Is the mic still on?
You got Ken and Beezy, Sophie and Myke, feet for a ride. The people want to know, is the mic still on? I'm saying.
Yeah, just last time I was here, I had it too far from it, so I had to lean forward the whole time like a dummy.
Yeah, man, get your adjust on, man.
And I will admit that y'all tried to tell me to fix it before I did, and I did not. So
Don't be afraid to put your hands on it.
not a bit.
If you need two, go ahead and use two, bro. No judgments here. You know what I'm saying?
Justin Timberlake over there.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we do.
You shea butter for a reason, don't you?
That's what we going with.
Oh
man.
That's how he's doing my band, bro.
That's how you
Second that when that riff hit.
Uh-huh.
Double clutch.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to a new episode of the Is the Mic Still On podcast. My name is Kenneth Biens. Joining me on the show, we got Say It Ain't Soph,
Hey.
Mike C-Town,
Hey.
Easy 430,
What up, though?
and no FIFO, and no Modest Media, but sitting in for them, we have the, what do y'all call yourselves? The Hold It Down Boys?
Hell no.
HID boys, hold it down.
HID Boys.
Yeah.
You feel me? In HD.
And now in HD,
You know what I'm
go
saying?
to YouTube.
Just be very clear, HID. Not
HID.
so you say it real fast, sound like HIV Boys.
Oh hell no, that's
Yeah,
what we
it
ain't.
do.
We are the
It-
HID boys now in
Okay.
HD. Go to YouTube.
We are sick with it though. You feel me?
What they need to check out on YouTube? What your YouTube consists of? What type of
Oh, you
content?
know, we're on a podcast all about battle rap and hip hop culture as a whole.
Okay.
We just actually did a recap from the Double Impact event 2 days ago.
Mhm.
The video dropping on Wednesday. The
Okay.
podcast video we just dropped. Actually, today, our most recent episode where we talked about before the event, and we talked about the Cassidy video, his face off. So we did just cover that. That video is
Okay.
out right now.
All right.
That's at Hold It Down Pod on
I'm about to
YouTube.
listen to that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, we spent a good about
That
20,
shit
25
was so
minutes on that
stupid.
one.
Content up in here.
And I almost forgot to bring it up. But until last night I looked at him, and I remember, hold up, we ain't talking about Cassidy yet.
Why you look at me and think of Cassidy?
Because you don't like him.
What other podcast you on?
I'm also, you know what, B? Glad you mentioned that. You know, it wasn't
the guests,
for you.
the guests want to know.
I would have lost my mind. I'm
That man
also
be
the
working.
producer for Dead End Gaming, where you can also find Mr. Beast 430 himself.
Huh.
And then if you're a real fan, you know that the last 10 minutes of Dead End Gaming is me and Granddad Willie on
no.
DEW,
No, we don't wanna hear
Dead
that.
End Wrestling.
We don't wanna hear
the
all
best
that.
10 minutes on Twitch.
We don't want to hear all
The
that.
official post show of Dead End Gaming.
We don't
Y'all
want to hear all that.
wrestling with masks on? and shit?
No, we talk about wrestling.
Oh.
That's what we're not doing.
I'm about to say,
They
no, I
are.
watched
They
that.
wrestling with masks
I
on.
watched
Him and Granddad.
Granddad wrestling. I watched the fuck out of that.
I ain't watching
$1,000
that.
hours. Put the $1,000 moves on him.
Do over.
We just talk about wrestling, and the rest of the Dead End Gaming team hates it, but the
Oh,
fans love it.
man. That's funny.
Okay, cool.
They ain't gotta like it because the hood gonna love it. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, the links will be to those shows will be in the description. If you guys love what you hear, consider becoming a patron. With that, you get an ad-free version of the show, and you get it early because sometimes, you know, I have to put ads on the show, and sometimes it comes out late in the day. But patrons, they get it early, then that morning, and you know,
Become a
they be
patron.
good and ready, man. Yeah, and occasionally, you know, a 3-hour show like last week, once again. So yeah, and you also get a video version. So I saw people commenting about
Mhm.
what they saw last week, which was really, really dope. So yeah, you get all that just for $5
You
a
posted the
month.
clip
That's
too.
crazy.
Did you post the clip on YouTube
Yeah,
channel?
yeah. People can go to YouTube, youtube.com/Is the Mic Still On, and get a preview of what the full show looks like.
Mhm.
You saying they get all that for $5?
Yeah, or they could pay for annual membership and get 10% off.
Mm.
Yep.
You giving coupons out. I like that. Affordable.
Just hook the people up, man. You know, that's it. So yeah, so the show is broken up into 5 parts. We do our weekly recommendations, the Black recommendations, as B called them. You know, we spotlight a Black woman this month, so this will be the last month for that. Then we move on to April, and then we also do facts only, and we do our topics, and then we start closing the show out with the comment commentary and pass the mic segment where we answer your questions. You can send those to isthemicstillon@gmail.com, and you can also leave all of your comments on our Reddit thread, Reddit community, our subreddit is what they call it. So yeah, so that's it. And let's jump into the facts only. Let's see here what we got here. He's not here.
Uh-oh. It's towards Rod.
Yep.
What he
Oh, really?
Man.
Yeah.
What he do?
ATK_ wrote, facts only, Rod. Kanye is not the richest black man in America. It is still Robert F. Smith of Vista Equity, who has a net worth of about $6 billion. So FIFO was right at first. The 6.6 billion is a theoretical number based on future expectations, not current revenues or assets that he has. Though he got a deal with Gap, it hasn't brought in any revenue or profit and hasn't even launched.
God damn.
Bloomberg, which
No.
originally reported Kanye being at the top, even
right?
retracted their article.
Damn. They retracted a whole article?
Yeah, they got
That's
facts only.
what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Damn, Rod.
Damn,
That's why
Rod.
Rod didn't show up. He knew he fucked up
Yep.
last week.
I ain't gonna be able to make it.
Man, I'm not even trying to hear all this. I'm not even gonna go up here, bro. That's his LOL out loud.
Yeah, that is.
That's his LOL out loud.
You sound just like him too.
Yeah, stupid. All right, so there. So thank you for the correction. So let's jump into our black recommendations, our woman black recommendations of the week.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ooh,
ladies first. Ladies first.
Sophie,
Oh, Sophie. Go ahead. You got something?
over there grinning
Yeah.
for you. You ain't
I
got
know
time?
she grinning
No,
like a
I have one.
Ain't she? She
Um,
sound like she got some good mac and cheese.
It's
Cover
Okay.
girl.
Mac and cheese. What was that movie we watched where the old girl made in that mac and cheese?
Wait, what movie?
You
With
just gonna
Zendaya.
talk about my topic?
Oh, oh shit! With her and the old black dude. What the fuck is the name of that fucking movie?
Malcolm and
black-
Marie.
Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah, she got
She
that.
just
mac
got
and
some of
cheese.
that good ass mac and that late night mac and cheese.
Ew, that nasty ass crap.
That's what you say now.
I know, till you
Yeah.
get some in your
Right.
Oh shit!
Mm-mm.
What you got?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and myself, I'm nominating a woman for this segment,
Okay.
a black woman
Yeah,
for this segment.
Okay.
And the black woman that I am nominating goes by the name of Oprah. I'm gonna say Oprah.
Stupid as hell.
Go ahead, Sophie. Go finish.
You know what? No, for real. Seriously, I'm gonna say Oprah. And the reason why I say that is because this is the same month that she came out to do came out of retirement to do the interview with Meghan and Harry, and it went viral. And I just feel like, you know, she has been a reputable host for a very long time. And of course, she did go into retirement. And now it is rumored that she is going to come back and possibly do a documentary with Britney Spears, which I think would also be very fucking interesting. And so, you know, for that, Oprah, there it is. You're welcome.
So a black woman comes out of retirement and interview a bunch of white people.
Basically. That's what I heard.
What was
So
that?
where can people find this Oprah?
Oh, well, I mean, mostly she's not available. But you can look her up on the Google
Oh, okay.
or, you know, maybe a Yahoo if you're still in 2006. Any other search engine, a Firefox, something of that nature, a Google Chrome, whatever it's giving, you can find, you know, her locally.
OKRA? That's her name?
Okra?
I beg your pardon.
That's how they say it in the deep south.
Okra.
It is,
Okra.
though.
Yeah, you watched new episode of Okra. You heard Okra done interviewed Harry and Sagan. You heard that shit?
I heard she giving out calls over there.
Okra giving out calls.
Yeah,
What
Oprah
kind
giving
of
out
call
calls.
Okra got?
I don't know. I heard everybody getting them. She
God,
just
no,
passing them
everybody
out.
getting a call.
You point at her,
Okra,
you get a call. Everybody.
Okra get everybody called.
Everybody
God
get
damn.
Oh my God.
Every time I think of Carlton, no goofy ass dancer when he heard the theme music on Fresh Prince of
Hell
Bel-Air.
no.
He jumped up and started dancing.
Every time I think of that. Dun, 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 dun.
Cool.
Oh
Well,
my God.
thank you, Sophie.
You're welcome.
Putting us on the Okra.
I know.
Word up.
4:30.
I knew you was gonna come to me next.
Okay, you ain't even ready.
No, I mean I gotta get my phone. Okay, so my person, I have Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson, if you don't know, she is the first African American woman to work in the NASA as a NASA scientist. They did a movie kind of about her with Taraji Henson called Hidden Figures.
Yep.
So yeah, she was the first African American woman to be a scientist of NASA, which I think she probably what's that, Apollo 11? I think that's the one I went to the moon. I think she was definitely responsible or the main reason why those men was able to get to the moon because of her calculation. She earned a reputation for mastering the complex manual calculations and helped pioneer the use of computers to perform those tasks to go up in space. So
To send white folks to the moon.
send white folks to the moon.
People just didn't continue it on. You know, if they did that, we would have all these fucking mass shootings.
You know what I'm saying? God
Keep
damn.
sending all these motherfuckers.
Send them to Mars while you at it.
Right.
Send their ass over to
Goddamn it.
Mars. They did it in Total Recall. Shit.
You'll be okay. Your eyes
Right.
bugged out. No, you'll be all right.
You're right.
I did.
Well, at least she didn't have a choice. You know, Oprah got a choice. And she still be sending white folks to the moon.
Damn, kid, really?
I'm just saying.
Really? Oh man.
Oh man. What you got?
For me? Oh,
Yeah, Quan?
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Jada Fire.
Now, my person is
Oh.
Lena Horne,
Period.
African American jazz and pop singer, dancer, and actress, and civil rights activist. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no other information because I got the Instagram.
And you know what else she's famously known for?
Being on the Cosby Show.
And an obsession of of Fred Sanford.
What?
Oh
Not-
yeah. Yeah, Fred
She was on
Sanford.
Fred
Sanford.
Sanford?
Yeah.
No, he loved. Well,
He
I think
loved-
she
he
was on
loved-
there,
yeah,
but
he
he
loved it.
loved
Yeah.
Lena Horne, boy.
Man, he
remember
loved
that.
he loved
Lena
I mean
Horne.
Lena Horne, he just that show was so damn classic,
Mhm.
man.
remember
Yeah,
that.
he loved Lena Horne.
My choice is love.
That's nice.
Crib.
You almost made me do it.
Oh,
He's
I got
trying to
hyped
get
for a
us
second.
hurt, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't
We're
gonna lie,
trying
I
to
gotta-
keep this shit neutral. You know what I mean?
I still gotta go outside. My bad.
All right, Bloodbath.
All right. So my black woman is Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson. She's the American physicist, and basically she invented caller ID and call waiting.
word.
Yep, that was invented by a black woman.
Wow,
'Cause
I
she
did
needed to
not
know who
know
the hell was
that.
calling her.
Make sure it wasn't no bill collector.
Basically.
Fuck this shit.
Man, I remember when my mother first got that in the house, it was that big old white block.
That big ass box.
Man, I thought that was
Yep.
the greatest invention. I was like, wait a minute, you can know who calling you before you pick up?
Yeah, it says,
Man,
That's right.
it says
Man,
she
that
invented
shit
it
was
while
great.
working at AT&T Bell Labs. She
Mhm.
conducted research in theoretical physics, all kinds of big fancy types of physics, basically.
And all of that. And she decided to create caller ID and call.
Yeah.
Yo, that is dope.
Something that everybody uses today.
Right.
Exactly.
She ain't like people playing on her phone.
Exactly.
Right. I
She's-
like
and
that. Yeah.
I
apparently-
don't know what's going on.
She's only the second African American woman in the U.S. to earn a doctorate in physics.
Wow.
Hmm.
Damn, she's a big deal. She
That's
went to
tight.
She- that is.
MIT.
Yeah, that's
That's,
dope.
that's a good one right there. That's good.
MIT?
Mhm.
Okay. Good choice, bro.
I do what I can. Yeah.
MIT to hooking up AT&T and who else we got?
That's all right.
That is all right. She ain't sending anybody to the moon.
Nah.
Just call her ID.
They don't have phones
gave
up
up on
there.
that one after all the girls just said,
They don't have
Okay.
phones.
All right. My nominee, who I want to bring up and mention, spotlight, is Sharkeisha.
man, come on.
Come on, no.
Sharkeisha, no!
Sharkeisha. Sharkeisha, no. Come on, kid, really? Come on, kid, stop. Are you serious? Come on. No way.
Wait.
No way. That's what we doing? No way. That's what we doing?
Sharkeisha, no!
Sharkeisha, no.
She did wear that chick out though, bro. Sharkeisha was good with the hands.
She popularized the right hook.
I feel like she could be walking Flocka's ass with them hands, man.
Come on. Really, kid?
All right, fine.
Her swing is undefeated. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, I want to nominate this black woman. She is known for running off, not with the plug, twice
Boy, I thought
but
we was
3
gonna-
times.
Mm-hmm.
Wilma Rudolph,
Wow.
3 gold medals at the 1960 Olympics.
I see what you did there.
Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. Glad you caught that. Yep. Yeah, so Wilma Rudolph.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
She just ran really fast.
She just ran real fast.
She won a lot of races.
She was a track star.
I'm sure. I mean, in the 1960s, I'm sure she had a lot of practice.
I wonder how fast she ran.
You can probably look up her record somewhere.
Probably faster than the Clan.
I would imagine.
Damn
They ain't
dogs.
catch her ass yet.
I can guarantee that.
She's
Oh, for
still
sure.
running.
She probably is. Like, we's free now, shit. That's what you think. Ain't look back one time.
Oh man, y'all crazy.
I
today.
didn't.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't.
Anyway. All right, so that's gonna do it for our black recommendations, man.
2 weeks in a row.
about Mike though?
This 2 weeks in a row, he played me like Nick.
Played you like Nick.
Yep.
Nick
2
forget
weeks in
me
a row.
for every fucking
2
thing.
weeks in a row.
This 2 weeks in a row, Ken played me like Nick.
Because I
forgot
saw
about
you.
You know, because I'm so used to going last. My
That's why
brother.
I knew you were gonna do it because you usually go to me first.
Yeah.
Or not first, but before
Yeah.
you. But I was like, when he's reading his shit,
You know
left
what
me
was gonna
off,
happen. You knew it was gonna
me
happen.
off.
I was
why I
waiting
was
for it too.
confused.
I was waiting for it too.
I
It's
was
like any
like-
minute now he gonna say C-Town,
Fucked
and then
up.
I didn't
Nope.
hear nothing. All right.
it's fucked up,
What you got, man?
man. Left behind, apparently.
Not that we here though. You got one.
Well, I'm gonna give a shout out to someone that's actually alive and active.
Mm.
Her name is Kayla Phillips. I've been familiar with her for a while. She is really dope, man. She's the vocalist for a grind band called Bleed the Pigs. She also does a noise project called Pulsatile Tinnitus. She's also the owner of this thing called Foxy Cosmetics, which, you know, you ladies might like that. I don't know nothing about cosmetics, but I think that's pretty dope too. But what I think is so cool about her, she's an activist, she's an artist, she's a writer, but she's also into a lot of things that would not be labeled traditionally Black. And I like that she's out here breaking the mold. She's young and she's very vocal about her shit. So yeah, man, I think she's dope, man. Kayla Phillips, Kayla Phillips. So yeah, y'all go check her out.
Cool.
Salute.
Yep. Cool. All right, let's jump into some topics. Oh my God, let's see.
What do you say? Oh my God.
I'm just trying to figure out where do we go? 4:30. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so
Go ahead.
go ahead. What?
Take a nap.
Relax for a while.
Yeah.
but, you know.
Dang.
Okay, so I know y'all all know about this. We all living in the state of Georgia, but Georgia governor signs a sweeping election regulation into law. There are even restrictions on snacks.
Snacks?
Yes, you can't even get water.
You know
and-
that part?
Yes,
Yeah, you can't feed people in
you can't
line.
feed people in line now while they stand in line to vote.
Can you bring your own snacks?
I don't
It
know
didn't
about
say
that.
anything
It didn't
about
say
that.
anything- yeah,
but
it
it said
didn't say anything about
you
that.
can't bring food and water to people that are in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
On purpose. Yeah.
So the Georgian governor passed the restrictive changes to the state election process this past Thursday. The new law adds a host of restrictions like requiring identification for mail-in voting and making it illegal to take food and water to voters' line. Republican Brian Kemp signed the bill into law immediately, calling it common sense legislation, while aligning himself with former Trump, of course, remarks, all that stuff. Talking about it should have been happening before the election. He should have done this before the election.
I swear.
and all
It
that
wouldn't have
stuff.
changed anything. He still would have lost.
Yeah, he still would have lost. Stacey Abrams also says, founder of the voting rights groups Fairfax, said in a statement that the law is blatantly unconstitutional and nothing less Jim Crow 2.0.
Yep.
So,
Any
yeah.
lawsuits? Anybody lawsuits?
Yes, there are.
On the way?
Do you
Okay.
have that there?
No, I don't have the lawsuit. I saw it on the news earlier though that
Okay.
they were at the Capitol building. And I wondered this. I don't know this. Mike, you correct me if I'm wrong. But Biden, did he mention something about like I guess?
He did.
Okay,
What
I
did he
thought
say?
he did, yeah.
It's little he can do about it. I mean, he just like everybody else, and this is outrageous, and
You know he ain't read
a
it.
violation. of the- yeah, somebody told him about it. But the stereotypical, outrage comment. That's all.
I wish I could remember who brought the lawsuit, but there is a current lawsuit right now.
Yeah. Okay. So who's this? Today. Elias, the elections lawyer, said Thursday night on MSNBC, adding that he was filing a lawsuit on behalf of the New Georgia Project, Black Voters Matter, and
That's it.
Rise, a student group. These laws are all minded and disenfranchising Black voters and all young voters, Elias said in the Rachel Maddow show. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, some lawsuits.
Yeah, he needs to come out and he needs to explain this shit. Like, give us some reasonings for why you're doing this. If it's not for why we think you're doing it, then give your reasons.
Yeah.
Why can't, I mean, all the other, it's like what, 90 something pages long or something crazy?
Yep.
And there's a lot of fucked up shit in there, but of course people are going to latch on to the food thing because, I mean, that's just really obvious, you know.
Yeah.
Explain to us why you can't bring food.
That's
and
what I
water
wanna
to
know.
people. I want you to explain this shit. What's your because I didn't read the 90 something pages. I did read the part about the food and I couldn't get anything that made any sense out of it. I was just like, well, why else would you plug this in other than to intentionally affect the people that are going to be in these long lines because they have broken machines, they have places that aren't running properly because you are not giving them working machines. Come on, man. Like, this shit is see-through as fuck.
Yeah.
Brian Kemp is such a piece of shit.
He is.
Isn't he up for re-election?
Next year?
He'll win.
Next year.
He'll win.
Next year. All because of
Guarantee
this
this
shit.
motherfucker will win.
Yeah.
That's why he
Because
put all
he's
this
scared
shit
of
in place.
that's right. Yep. Because he knows Stacey Abrams was
I
coming.
didn't think of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole reason he put this
He's
shit in
scared.
place.
He's scared of Stacey. That's why. That's
He's
exactly
scared of
why.
Stacey and scared of us eating in line. So he said,
I
we can
didn't
shut
think
all
about
that
that
shit
either.
down.
He's putting up the handicap basically.
Yep.
As a snack enthusiast, I'm offended. Very much.
Okay.
What
Are you know?
what I'm confused about? What I'm confused about is like, can't they organize to like eat around, have a food spot around like down the street from the election? You get your food here, and then you go get in line. Like,
They're talking about
you
workarounds like that.
Okay,
So like
cool.
saving your place in line to eat somewhere else and then coming back type
Yeah.
shit. I don't.
Gotcha.
He'll make that illegal next. You can't step
That'll
out
be
of
a
line
next
and
step.
come back in line. You can't hold places for people in line.
What if you like pass food? Well, I guess if you
Down
hand
the
it
line?
to one person, yeah.
No,
But
that
if
sounds
you just-
unsanitary.
like the chicken in Soul Plane. Take one piece. pass it down.
I'm
No.
assuming that they're just gonna arrest or anyone that's passing food to other people.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Because I was
Arrest is a
thinking the same
reach.
thing. Like, what if I just designate myself to bring the food bringer?
Mhm.
I go and get in line to vote. And I'm
Right.
just passing food down the line.
Right.
But I
That's
guess what they'll
crazy.
do is they'll just be like, well, this is illegal. So
Trying to arrest
They'll
you.
find a way to make it illegal.
They're gonna do their best, but that's just stupid as hell.
You
Like,
get arrested
oh
for trying to feed the streets.
I
That's
can't
crazy.
fucking stand that dude, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we knew these type of things were coming, but I just didn't know he was gonna go that far.
I didn't know these types of things were coming. I figured
You don't think they were gonna wait?
with
go
with
ahead.
Kemp, I thought Kemp was done with his fuckery.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly thought that after Trump was just like, that ain't my man's no more. Fuck that dude. He don't roll with the crew.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Kemp's still a piece of shit and an idiot, but I didn't think he'd still be writing off this, oh, the election is a fake and there's all this corruption. I didn't think he was still gonna be doing that shit. But what Kevin said makes complete sense. He's setting it up to make sure he can win. So he's just doing basically a redo of what he already did last time,
Yeah.
which was cheat.
Yeah.
So now that he's got even more power, he's just
cheating legally.
cheating better,
Yep. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense because you were like, dang, if they voted Trump up out of here, what they gonna do to me?
And like the whole the part that really confuses me is just showing ID for mail-in ballots. So people have to like take pictures of their ID and then send that in and then wait for a response to that before they can get their mail-in ballots now.
They're
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
look at the ballot, see that people black, and be like, we're tossing this. Good night.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's like there's gonna be so many other steps to this to slow it down and make it inefficient. It's like you a hater. Like that's basically like you a hater.
Yeah.
Basically.
And it's like, if you guys could give us any solid evidence or even anything prior to Trump, then maybe we would listen. But all of this started with Trump. So it's like, are you really this fucking stupid? This dude dogged you out so hard.
Yes, you and your
And
state.
you and his what?
In the state. Like he dogged him out and the state
Well,
of
he
Georgia.
should dog the state. but,
Yeah.
You know, this kind of shit makes me really want to leave Georgia. I fucking
Man.
can't stand living here and having this dumb fucker on TV. Every time he wants to give a speech, he can't read the shit. I don't know if y'all ever watched, because he always butts into
Yes.
Judge Judy. And I'm like,
Yes.
motherfucker, I'm trying to watch
I've
my Judge
been watching
Judy.
Judge Judy too. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And every time it'd be that second episode, the one that's actually really new,
Mm-hmm.
and here he comes.
The one with the she got a ponytail.
Yeah, the little tight ponytail,
I'm
little
hip.
baby one,
I'm
little sumo tail.
Mm-hmm.
And here he comes. And I'm over here with Dr. Toomey
And you see the
and the little sign language dude. He don't even look excited no more. He's just like, man, I've been
Right.
this some bull
Right.
motherfucking
Mhm.
shit. I don't think he's signing half the shit that Kemp was even
no,
saying.
he probably don't.
He's really just
'Cause
signing
he don't
this
know.
some bullshit.
He'll say some
This
words
some
and be like, "What the?"
fucking bullshit? Stupid piece of
Mhm.
shit. Ooh, I hate him.
Yeah,
I really want someone to whoop his ass.
it's a good
Just
old
catch him
school.
slipping.
This a good
Just
old
catch
school.
him slipping
Yeah,
one day.
this
Just
a
whoop
good-
his
An
ass.
old school ass whooping.
This is a
man.
good old
Catch
school
Kemp
ass whooping.
slipping.
I'm talking about a good old redneck ass whooping. I'm gonna put your dick in the dirt. That kind of ass whooping. The kind of ass whooping is like if someone had told you wrong, buddy. It's that kind of ass
Someone
whooping.
had told you wrong.
Someone had
buddy.
told you wrong, buddy.
Once you
Kinda
hear that,
they
you
got
know
ass
it's a
whooping
wrap.
where as soon as people see him, they be like, "What the hell happened to you?" Type
Yeah.
ass
And he's like, the
whooping.
one where you're like, oh, you see the other guy. No. You got
You got your ass whooped.
boy.
Beat the brakes off.
Beat the brakes off him. That's a black ass whooping.
Yeah.
That's a black. I want a white dude to whoop his ass. And I don't want us to be blamed for the shit.
You
Oh,
right.
Facts.
I
You
want
right.
somebody from his own crew to be like,
Yes.
look, I've had enough of this.
So we're not sending Sharkeisha.
No, we're not sending Keisha. We sending what's Tom Hanks' son? Chet. We sending Chet.
Because he think he's black anyway.
He think he's black anyway.
Hey,
You
check.
know what I'm saying?
He gonna beat his
saying,
ass
nigga.
about. So this white boy
It's
summer over
white
here.
boy summer.
This white boy
Chet,
summer over
don't
here.
tell motherfucking Kemp about this white boy summer,
Right.
bro.
I'm whooping ass. This white boy
Yeah.
summer.
I don't even care if he did a little Jamaican accent then.
Right.
Just
Right,
whoop his
because
ass.
he gonna do it.
He gonna do it. He's gonna do
He
it.
gonna do it.
That
had
would be
me
the
up.
funniest thing in the world. Him beating him up.
Just whooping his ass.
Yes.
Chet had me so
Sucking him out.
confused in that video when Chet was like, "I think it's time for white guys, me, John B." First off, what's the first person you say yourself?
Of course.
What the hell?
You know
got
who
to.
that is?
That's just Chet head.
Shit.
Chet, motherfucker.
We not
Shit.
gonna space that shit out like it means something.
Chet.
Say it quick
Not
so you know he ain't shit.
Chet. The only white dude that can say nigga and it's not a big deal.
Right, for real.
Y'all adding syllables in this. It's just Chet.
Chet.
Wait. All right. I could be off on this, but if you speak in patois, isn't it really like cat or set?
Oh my gosh, shut up.
I don't know. I'm not.
Shut
Like,
your
why,
ass
why,
up.
why he breaking the rules? That's I don't even know why.
That's
I
what
said
white
that.
folks do.
I
They
don't
do
know
break
why
the
I said
rules
that.
after they make
Yeah,
them.
as soon as I said it, I was
About
like,
to get us
yeah.
canceled. That's
Mhm.
insulting
Right.
our fellow Jamaicans like that.
Right.
That's usually Mike's job.
Let that man be. I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. I haven't made any Jamaican jokes in a long time.
We only make fun of white people on this show.
That's right. 'Cause we're racist.
we're gonna send Jake Paul after the Brian Kemp.
J. Paul.
Oh no.
Jake Paul apparently got hands.
Apparently, he got
Yeah, he
hands.
got
Not
hands
Nate
now.
Robinson.
You
He
know
got
what I'm saying?
hands.
That still hurts.
I don't know if I would be interested in seeing. I want a country white boy. Who's a good old fashioned like, but
Bubba
on a good
Sparks?
side country white boy.
Bubba Sparks.
Well,
Bubba
on the-
Sparks.
Oh,
Bubba
that's a
Sparks.
good
Let
one.
Bubba
That's a good
Sparks
one.
go with. But Bubba Sparks ain't been around. Like Paul
Yeah.
Wall.
I was just gonna say
Well,
Paul Wall
no.
next.
Because he's too
Paul
quote unquote
Wall.
black, so we'll still get blamed for him.
Mhm.
Yeah. You trying to
Billy
get
Ray
somebody else.
Cyrus.
Ooh.
He can
Let
honky tonk
Billy
without
Ray
the dog.
Cyrus come whoop Brian Kemp's
He's kind of on
Is
our
he
side,
down?
ain't he?
Is
Is
he
he
down?
down?
He's
Is he
no rap or
down?
nothing like that. He just
But
has
he-
a goofy ass daughter that thinks she whatever.
She don't know what she is.
I
No
was
more.
like,
That's what I'm
Billy
saying.
ain't did nothing to offend me, so I'm with it. He ain't offend me, so
Hey,
I'm
I
with
can't
it.
remember. I can't remember him doing nothing. off the top
Nah,
of
he
my head.
You think he
always
can
been
beat his
around.
ass?
He
though?
stay out the way.
Wait, do I think Billy Ray can
Yeah.
whoop? Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Why you trying? You
Boy,
trying?
better ask somebody. Look, Billy Ray done told you can ask your cat about my dog. You better ask about Billy Ray.
You tried him.
Hold on.
You boy.
You must have never seen the
Cause
Honky
I
Tonk
remember
Donk
him-
Dog
I don't
You know
video.
what I'm saying?
I don't remember having like an intimidating look or something like
You
that.
don't have to. That's the see.
That's the one.
That's how I can
good
tell
about
you ain't growing up around country ass white
No.
boys.
No, I didn't.
They don't have to be intimidating.
All of them
Just
are
keep your
mini
eye on
Walker Texas
You
Rangers.
feel me? He gonna
You
actually
don't
break his
understand.
face. You feel me?
y'all for real. Y'all serious?
Yes,
I'm dead to
he's
fuck
right.
serious.
They all either Walker, Texas, or they the dude in Roadhouse.
Yep.
All of them.
Tight jeans still.
Yes. Yes.
not
and you think they
intimidating
not
at all.
gonna kick you.
All
So
the
not
leg
intimidating
range.
at all.
Huh?
They say they're not intimidating.
Nah,
at all.
you see a country boy in some boots and them tight ass jeans, and you think, oh, he can
Steer
wear
away.
jeans all the
Look.
time.
Yeah.
Man, this motherfucker gonna kick the
Yeah.
top of your head
With,
and
with
not
the
even
tightest
think-
pants on.
and
All
them shits
the
won't
leg
split.
motion.
And
It's
the
not
shits
a
won't
joke.
split.
I've
won't
seen
split?
some
Won't
flexible
split.
white dudes with hands.
real, for real.
It's not a joke.
For real, for real.
For real, for real. Won't give
Y'all
a-
fucking
Especially
trolling
got one of them wet mullets. If they got a wet mullet, you really leave them the fuck alone.
Mhm.
me. Really?
If
Yes.
he has mud on him anywhere,
Oh, Jesus.
leave him alone.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, they fucking with me, aren't they?
I'm
Man,
serious.
I'm telling you.
They
Look,
telling you the truth.
I grew up in Conyers.
I'm from the middle of
I
nowhere,
know about
Florida.
country white boys. Yep,
There's
yeah,
a lot of country white
Okay.
In the
people.
same
All
area.
right.
know.
Okay.
You
Because
know.
I have no idea.
That's
I have no-
Whitesville right there.
You only fight them unless they try your race.
Yeah.
You got to fight them. But we leave that man
You know
alone.
what I'm saying?
And sometimes be
if it's just you got to eat that.
I just leave.
Yeah.
You gotta take one for the team. Just go ahead.
You got me today. You got me today, Tobias. But tomorrow, when everybody else show up to school, that's your ass.
What?
Better
I'm
be a
the only
runner.
nigga in
Man,
gym today.
He's not playing, dude. I'm telling you.
Ken, is they for real?
They keeping it G real with you.
Why you laughing?
They
Why you
keeping it
laughing,
G real
kid?
with
For
you.
real, for real. I'm telling you.
They keeping it 100.
These white dudes, they just grew up fighting pigs, fighting dogs.
You know what I'm saying?
And then a human ain't shit at that point.
For sure.
I'm telling you, man, these country white dudes
They built different.
with the boots,
Mhm.
the motherfuckers wear boots and tight ass jeans in the summertime and ain't never sweating.
They
What does
do.
that tell you?
They do.
Sure.
What does that tell you?
Oh, the white man never respect the weather.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
The white man never respect the
You know
weather.
what I'm saying?
That's real.
Mother
You know what
next
I'm saying?
ain't nothing but a bitch to a white man, B.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. You better ask
So
somebody, B. I'm
So
telling you.
he'll fuck you up, huh?
He won't fuck me up. I'm saying he'll fuck Brian Kemp up.
Okay.
Mike ain't got nothing to do with
No,
that.
I'm not even in this.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go to jail.
Exactly. You trying to
Okay,
drag him into
I'm
some
just-
shit.
You know what I'm
He said
saying?
it's different over
Because
here,
then Mike, all it takes is one person to
Okay, I can see
Mike
it
said he
here.
could beat Billy
I
right
can see
side.
this.
I know. Here we go.
Whoa.
I
Here
can
we
see this
go.
here. I can see this here a little bit.
Look,
I
that motherfucker
can
will
see,
whoop his
yeah,
man.
I
I'm
can see this
telling
a
you.
little bit right here. A little bit.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah.
feathered mullet, especially if it's frosted on the top.
Oh, for sure.
Man, forget about it.
You know what I mean? He gonna
Fucking forget about it.
get him a stone cold stunner one time.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You feel me?
That's right.
Okay.
And
Just
let
learn
just wait for him to say the one thing that you know is about to end up with somebody getting their fucking ass whooped.
What?
You got another thing coming. That's all it takes.
That's
all it takes.
I've heard that.
And look,
Hey, no, I heard that
Ken
before.
laughing. He done heard it. He done heard
I heard someone say that
I
before.
heard that.
I heard someone say that
that.
before. I heard someone say that before.
Yeah, and what
Yeah.
happened afterwards? Somebody got
Somebody
their
was
ass
sleeping.
whooped.
Somebody was sleeping.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's like Lionel saying Thundercats home.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
I got you. I heard that phrase before.
They'll be real
You got
quiet.
another thing
And they'll
coming.
take a lot of shit. And the second you hear,
You got another thing
Got
coming.
nothing coming.
And then I
It's
saw him
on.
folded like this.
shit.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
oh.
I'm telling you. I'm telling
Motherfuckers
you.
are folded, dude.
Them motherfuckers don't play.
Okay, so y'all right then.
Yeah.
So one
I've
lie
seen
yet.
it.
I'm telling you,
Yes,
man.
but
You
lie
don't run
You
around
got another
fighting
thing
country
coming.
white dudes for
No.
no reason.
No.
So then you
I
got
grew up
another.
around too many of them.
That's like that's like the Batman symbol. You said nothing coming. That's like, oh shit.
coming off.
Oh shit. You're
If
like,
you see, look, if you
time to
see,
go.
if you usually they don't always travel in packs. Usually, it's usually two or three together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then you know you're getting jumped. So you might as well just eat that.
Mhm.
All right, well, you got it.
Just
You
enough
got
for a
it.
pickup
Yep.
truck. Feel me?
You got it.
What?
All it takes is one pickup truck,
You
One
got
pickup
another
truck,
thing
what?
coming, man.
That's
I
it.
swear I've heard that before.
and they got the biggest tires on that shit too
Of
to
always.
run over anything.
Always. And they got the little nut thing to be hanging off the back
Yup,
of the
got
little,
that
little
too.
plastic
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, don't fuck with them.
Oh,
Okay.
and they say, wait, no. Are there someone that be having salt life on the back? Or that-
Always got either Salt Life or what's the other one?
Bass
No
Pro
Fear
Shops,
or No Fear.
no feet. Yep, they got that too.
What I mean, what does that tell you when a white man show up with a sticker says No Fear?
That's a
Mhm.
wrong.
And he says, you got another thing coming? Leave that
Yeah,
motherfucker
leave him
alone.
alone.
Show.
When that
Leave
shit
alone.
when that switches from Hey Buddy to Bud with
Oh,
no DY,
shit.
I
Partner,
leave. Partner, oh, that's a bad one too.
partner come out.
Listen here,
bruh.
partner.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
You got another thing coming.
You got another thing coming, partner.
Oh,
Oh,
so
everybody
yeah,
dying. Everybody dying.
Everybody.
Unless you got a real good gun on you, just leave that white dude the
You know what
fuck
I'm saying?
alone. Let him say nigger if he want to.
Or you got the homies on call or something.
Exactly. And they're
Yo,
close.
they better be real close.
And they're close.
They better be
in the next
outside the
aisle
room
or
close.
something.
If they ain't gotta take the interstate to get to you, you might be okay.
Okay.
You know what
But
I'm
if they gotta jump on 20,
Yeah.
saying?
Just
yeah, you fucking nigger, I sure am. Just leave. Told me. Just let that one ride.
Until you got headphones on. What? I didn't even hear that. I didn't hear that.
Act like your ass is deaf.
Yeah.
What?
I said, how you doing, sir? How's your day going? Mighty good weather we're having.
You said act like you deaf.
Don't matter. It just don't
How you act
matter.
like you deaf? How you act like you deaf? You was talking to him at first. Now you start doing something. You know? Hey, look. This how the whole shit play out. Like, man, but I fuck your ass up, white boy. You got nothing coming. I'm telling you. Okay. Oh man.
There you have it, B. Oh man.
Got nothing coming. I heard that.
Quan?
Oh,
man. Yeah. Man, never ready.
Nope.
You know what? You know what? I like how your own people set you up to fail in this place. All right. Y'all gonna have to come back to me right quick.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Kevin.
I got one. So is it safe to say that y'all have at least heard about the Lil Nas X video?
That was my fucking
Yeah.
topic.
You know what? And I didn't want to say it, but yeah, you go ahead.
Did you want that topic? 'Cause
No,
I-
we can share it.
all right, that's
You
cool
know what I'm
too.
saying?
All right, so yeah, I haven't.
do it like volleyball. Just-
Yeah, so yeah, he dropped a video for like a song that's not even like a newer song, that Call Me by Your Name song, and it basically ruined the internet and all of the Christians. They are very upset about this, and
Uproar.
they think it's probably they think this is the worst thing that happened since WAP. It's probably worse than WAP in their eyes. And then the part that I really wanted to stick on, I don't know, Mike, was that the part you want to stick on? But the part I was more stuck on was the shoes he had also. He did a collaboration with, I think they pronounce it Mischief, where they dropped 666 pairs of Air Maxes. They're black and they all apparently have a drop of human blood in them, called them Satan shoes. They all sold for $1,018 a piece.
How much?
1,018, like $1,000 and $18, like 1,018. So they sold out in minutes, and the people bought them up because oh, he's gonna go crazy. It was kind of in response to Nike dropped a Jesus shoe a little while ago that was white and blue, but it had like drops of holy water in
it.
it.
Said John 3:16 on the side. Them shits were ugly as fuck. Now, if a white dude walk up with them shoes on, leave them alone too. Man, I was finna run.
I'm trying to watch.
I was like, you talk about the devil, the devil back here talking? I'm out.
Mike said, you know, I don't play that
You
shit.
don't play that devil shit.
Man, if Mike would have got up and started running,
I was
gonna
about to.
laugh.
My
Look,
back was straight.
If
out
Mike
there.
would have left, you know it's time to go, because Mike is an atheist. So Mike's be like, oh,
Yeah.
hell no, time to go.
But when the devil shows up for real, I'm like, bruh.
Nah, he is a believer.
Like, I didn't even know it was like
Sophie cracking. up.
So yeah, the shoes is what had people talking a lot. And then earlier today, Nike actually came out with the lawsuit against
Oh, word?
the
Oh, I didn't know
people.
they did a lawsuit.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
like, as of
man.
like 3 hours ago, like I just saw a trend. I went and found a real article to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
I wasn't making this up.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nike was suing the company that was making and promoting the shoe, because Lil Nas X has said, and I've seen the people make sure said, we didn't partner with Nike. Nike is not affiliated with this shoe, because people were trying to cancel Nike, saying Nike co-signs the Satan shoes in the video, but Nike was like, made a statement, we don't got nothing to do with this. So then they came out and they sued the people that was making the shoe, saying, oh, people are falsely believing that we had something to do with this. And the people was like, but y'all didn't. So we can see how it plays out. But
I don't blame him for suing, because you put the Nike switch on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So I mean,
definitely
that's
on there.
blatant copyright infringement.
And,
Or copyright
like-
infringement. What is it? Brand? What is it? Is it copyright infringement?
probably
Yeah,
is.
copyright
One of them.
infringement.
Copyright brand infringement?
Yeah.
Either copyright or
All right.
trademark. at least.
Right, one of the
Yeah,
two.
trademark.
So yeah,
Yeah, trademark. Yeah.
Because like you said, like it's different if you're selling one pair of custom shoes,
Mhm.
but if you're selling 666
Right.
pairs, that means you really got all these Nike
Yeah.
checks everywhere, and that's different. So yeah, Nike went ahead and sued them. So we gonna see how that plays out.
So did you watch the video?
I haven't seen the whole video. I've
You
seen
haven't?
enough of
Bring
it.
the topic.
I've seen enough
And
of
not
it.
even seen the whole damn video.
I've seen damn near.
Did you see the whole video? Like,
I've seen him shaking on the devil. I've seen him going down the scribble pole. I've seen enough of it.
No, you haven't.
You ain't committed to the.
I mean,
You supposed to
I
watch the whole
read a
thing.
whole article about this shit.
This just a
You
work
didn't see the
of art.
video though.
I did not. I did. You know what?
It's
If
a work
people
of
want to
art.
say I didn't see the video, go ahead. I did not see the entire video.
Well, how you gonna do air quotes with the entire?
I know,
It's
right?
not an opinion.
Right.
It's a fact.
It's a
I see enough of the video.
You ain't see it.
Did y'all watch the whole video?
Yeah, twice.
Okay, great.
Because I wanted to talk about it today, so I had to make sure.
We good. I came with facts. You got alternative facts.
True that.
See,
Ooh.
tax even.
Back again.
What?
Scoop,
There it is. Scoop. There it
That's
is.
my shit. I love that.
Fresh
commercial.
vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop. There it is.
There it is. Shaka, shaka, shaka.
Oh
That's my
man.
shit.
It's commercial of the year already.
Oh, that commercial came out swinging.
That's just classic as fuck
Yes,
already.
it
That
is.
shit will never go out of style. Yeah,
Thanks.
not for me. Anyways,
So what do you want to say about the video that I didn't say?
nothing really. That was fun. That was really just kind of fun. I did think the video was kind of cool.
It is cool.
It
I'm
was
watching it
different.
now.
It was different. It was very different.
Mhm.
I'm not even mad at it. As a person who is a Christian, I'm not even mad at it. I'm like,
You're a
okay.
Christian?
Yeah, my mom's a whole minister. Cool.
Oh,
Hold on, man.
Yeah, I'm not even mad at it. I'm like, all right, only one of
Sophie
them.
said, "Ooh."
Yeah, but you're also a different kind of individual. Like, you literally don't sweat the little petty stuff. Whereas, I know a few people that their just life is in an uproar over this. Like, how dare
Look, if
somebody
homie want to make a
music
video, he can make a video. That ain't got
Okay.
nothing to do with me. That ain't hurting me in the slightest.
Nope.
I wish a lot of people adopted that.
So what was the issue?
The fact that no, go ahead.
The devil imagery in the video, he was dancing on the devil and stuff like that. That was a lot of people's issue. That was the Christians' issue. They was
Yeah.
saying there was like satanic imagery and it was like making stuff like that cool. But
I mean, it is satanic imagery.
He put that thing on the devil though.
He
Ken.
did.
you was
Yeah.
dropping
Look,
it.
let me tell y'all something.
He was
I had to
dropping
go-
it.
I had to go find this.
The way he
pic.
spelled down that pole, I knew he was about to get a double work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was doing one hand. He was
Yeah.
lying on the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, he about to
And he came down that pole.
devil
It
up.
was a long way down.
That was,
Mhm.
he was
a long way down.
He wasn't even tired when he got to the
He
bottom.
wasn't.
I was like,
He
Satan
wasn't.
ain't ready for this.
Nah, he didn't say that.
Boy.
He wasn't.
When Lil Nas, man,
Lil Nas, like, I'm trying to be on P Valley. I'm trying to be on
for
next
real,
season P
he
Valley.
needs to be on P Valley. Shit. When he did that handstand thing and he split the legs,
Mhm.
look, I didn't know that was like a common move, like everybody did.
what do you mean, like strippers?
Say what? Do I hang with strippers?
No. You mean like, what do you mean like a common move that everyone did?
So I thought that was like the finishing move. I thought that was like the fatality.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was like the move that they just did, like when you really wanted to impress somebody.
Mhm.
Not just like, oh, this is just what I do. Bam, here's the leg split. Doing a headstand?
Almost like a two-handed dunk, Just kind of
Whatever, Sophie.
Okay, sure.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, that seems like it's really hard to do. Like he was holding Satan's legs, doing a headstand, and then he bust his legs like doing the Van Damme
wide
split.
open. Yeah.
Wide
Van
open.
Damme.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Satan didn't seem like he was very impressed. That's what was kind of confusing me.
That's why he was like,
He was staring forward the
Satan
whole
was
time.
on
Yeah,
Hey.
Satan was like, I've seen better.
Ass, that's it.
You're right.
Seen this all the time.
You know what I'm
He's like, nigga, I'm saying.
saying? Right.
Nigga, I'm Satan.
Right. You think your little thing's gonna do something to me? Lil Nas? Shit.
I have seen a different take though on Twitter. Like not as like I ignored the people upset, but I've seen another take where people are saying that like he's kind of the closest thing to a mainstream rapper doing outwardly like gay videos and stuff like that, which I think is different because you don't really see too many other rappers that are. I can't think of another rapper as big as him that's also gay and is making music videos.
Yeah.
This like in your face about it, you know what I'm saying? Like this forward.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't mind that either. Homie want to make his videos, he make his videos, but I
Right.
can't really think of nobody else doing it like that.
I definitely believe you in what you saw. I didn't see too many people that were actually bothered by the gay part.
No, me either.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
They wasn't bothered. They were saying
Yeah.
he's pushing it like, oh, we got a gay dude making videos for the gays type thing. Like he's like, you know, not people weren't upset about that. They were just saying like, they was oh, he's championing like
Oh, I see what you're
like
saying.
gayer, not gayer. That sounds rude, but a music video with like, you know what I'm saying?
I seen some people like offended to it if they consider like Lil Nas X an artist for the children, since Old Town Road was like really a song that a lot of kids like.
And
Even
now
though
they
That
know
was
he
about drugs.
That
and
was about-
fucking-
Even though it's about
Yeah.
lean into adultery, but
But
I
the
mean,
kids
hey,
love that
at
shit.
the
the
same
kids
time,
love the kids did
Whose
love it.
fault is that?
At the same
Right.
time,
But you
can't
know
be
what though? So I can see both sides of that argument because, and at first I'm completely team fuck the kids, and I'm team parent your own damn kids. However,
Yeah.
I think there is that argument where, people will say, oh, that's your fault, where he did tweet that, but he did also put out a children's book that was very, very popular. So it's kind of like, he capitalized off the fact that kids did like the book. So I think it's harder when you do that and then try to pull back, like parent your kids, because it's like you did kind of put out content that was encouraging this. So I think he just needs to be careful about what his target audience is.
I kind of disagree. I think if he puts out a children's book, but he also puts out adult content as well, then I think it's up to the parent to pay attention to what their kid's looking at.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't, because look, the guy got hot off a song that wasn't for kids.
Right.
It just so happened that these parents weren't parenting their kids. The kids heard the song, decided they loved it. It turned into some TikTok shit, and that was a wrap. But I'm with Lil Nas. If he's just like, look, you can't be mad at me for making a song about my gay experience, especially when y'all weren't in my corner when all of these other motherfuckers were attacking me.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you want to say something? Fuck all of y'all. Because I was watching all the shit like on Twitter where everyone was flipping out. And I was just sitting back. I'm like, man, Christians love to pretend they're being prosecuted. That is their favorite thing to do. And yes, I'm being general, but that's what Christians do too. So fuck it. They sit back and they always want to act like everybody's out to get them. They always want to act like, oh, you know, you guys are persecuting me for my beliefs and we can't even say Merry Christmas anymore, blah, blah, blah. But Christians will be the first fucking ones to talk about everybody else's beliefs.
Yeah.
Let somebody do it. Like somebody put out a fucking Satan shoe and y'all want to throw a fit.
Right.
But at the same time, you want to, oh, you know, you guys are making it, you know, taboo to be Christian. You guys have owned this country for fucking centuries. And now you're crying because a gay dude made a video where he was fucking twerking on Satan.
Yep.
Sure.
Are you serious? When you guys are literally out here making legislation, trying to make it to where motherfuckers can't fucking kiss in public, can't get married. Fuck y'all, man. Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So they weren't mad about the gay stuff. It was the Satan stuff.
I think it was the Satan stuff.
I think it was
That's
Satan stuff
incredible.
this time. Like I didn't really see people hating on the gay stuff because it's like the man been talking about that he's gay for a while now.
Right. He's been came out.
If you
Yeah.
hate on him being gay,
Yeah.
he's got a
I mean,
problem.
but that's, you know, for some Christians, that is a
That's
thing
true.
that they, so
Yeah,
I just found it interesting. They were like,
I think that the Satan stuff kind of overshadowed the gay agenda.
Satan
The gay
definitely
agenda,
superseded
quote
Satan.
unquote, here.
That's what it was. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like,
Yeah.
kind of to Sophie's point,
I thought Satan lost his sting.
Shit.
He
Satan will
lost-
never lose
So
his
Satan
sting.
lost his thing?
how the hell could
Because they
Satan
put
lose
Satan in
his-
everything. Everything that happens that's bad is automatically
It's only
Satan.
Satan.
That's the
Yeah.
devil. All of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's a devil, but
That
it
ain't
just
nothing but a
seemed-
trick
it
of the
just-
enemy. You
it
ain't heard
just
none of
seemed
these
like he was as
catchphrases.
popular as he used to be.
He's still pretty
He's
popular.
still
Yeah,
holding
he's
it down.
still
He's
pretty
still
He's
cool.
still holding it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
He's
cap.
he was hot as ever. Anyway,
That was good.
He thought
That was good.
Satan retired
That was
like
good.
Oprah.
Nobody else caught that. That was good.
Yeah.
I caught it.
I
That's
caught
why I
it.
looked
I
at
caught
it.
Bars.
I
He thought
think
Satan retired.
I feel like this is kind of like his Hannah Montana to Miley Cyrus moment. I don't know if y'all know, but
Mhm.
Miley Cyrus used to be on Disney with the Hannah Montana. Cool. But now, after remember she started twerking and stuff like, oh, I don't do that kid stuff no more. I'm grown. I'm all about snapbacks and Jordans and the twerking that was not very good.
And a black man.
At all.
And then all the white people was like, what happened to Hannah Montana? She's influencing our kids. I feel like this is Lil Nas X time. Like, all right, cool. I did the stuff that y'all kids thought was cool, but I'm a grown ass man. I want to do my own stuff. I want to talk about working on Satan.
Yeah.
So then the people, like Michael said, those same parents are trying to be like, oh, you're influencing our kids, but it's like, you control what comes into your household.
For
So
sure.
it's really on you.
Right. And you were telling him he was going to hell anyway.
Yeah.
So,
That's-
now,
they did
so
that.
now he went to hell
They
to
did
fuck
do
with the
that.
devil. And now you want to cry about that shit too.
Right. Right.
Don't be mad when you make somebody's experience hellish and then they do something like this. Because
Right.
also Lil Nas X is somebody that trolls and trolls well.
And he's
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
That
Very
man's
well.
funny.
It's
That
so
man's
great.
funny.
I love it.
I don't listen to none of his music, but
Me
when
either.
his Twitter,
It's trolls?
I support
Oh,
his Twitter.
top tier
You feel me?
trolling.
For sure. For sure.
But think about if he made a video that was actually like Christian religious.
Mm.
Like he's still Lil Nas X, but he's making a video promoting Christianity. They'd complain about that shit
They
too.
would.
Because
They
it's
would.
like,
Hey,
would.
oh,
ain't
but
you
you're gay and
Yeah.
you're openly gay,
Mhm.
and now you're trying to infiltrate our, you know, our area. This is the gay agenda.
Yep. Yep.
Then he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna go fuck with the devil,
Mhm.
since that's what you told me I'm doing anyway.
Mhm.
And then y'all want to complain about that shit too.
Still
It's like,
mad.
well, there's no winning unless you are even though I was about to say straight laced, but 99.9% of Christians ain't fucking straight laced either.
Hell no.
All of y'all are fucking hypocrites.
Yeah.
He's just being open with it.
Yeah.
Get 99% of Christians are really fucking twerking on the devil
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
and just don't want to talk about it.
That's why
Yeah.
people don't like going to
Called a
church.
preacher.
It's because like that.
especially the
No.
preacher.
No.
That's what they
Experience we
twerking
had
on.
when we growing up in the
Mhm.
church, and then people
Twerking
reach
on the
adult age, and we ain't got to be forced to go there no more.
They
We
stopped
wonder
going.
why it's just me and him.
Yeah, they
Because
stopped going.
once we don't got to go no more, we ain't got to be out there and get like all these eyes on us. But they be the same people like trying to judge me for having dyed color hair or something that they don't understand, and you cheating on your wife.
Yeah.
What color
You know
did
what I'm
you
saying?
have?
Like, so I feel him. Like I may not agree with the imagery, but like when somebody has a certain experience and this is just how that experience comes out creatively,
Mhm.
I feel like he's genuine. He's not really hurting anybody. So it's just
Wait,
like,
you don't
it is
agree
what
with
it
the
is.
imagery?
I mean, I'm not I'm rock with Satan.
But see, do you
I'm-
really
I'm
know what the
cool with him
imagery
doing
is
that.
though?
Your voice got real high when you said that. Like,
You want me to bring the pops from global?
No, you know,
I don't
I'm
rock with
just-
Satan. So, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my dog, people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do something like that, then I'm
That's
you know what
on
I'm
you,
saying? Whatever you want to do.
bro. It's on you, son.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that, that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? And
Did you
ain't
watch
hurting
it?
nobody. No, I didn't see the video. I'm cool on that.
Wait,
Okay, how
Then
can,
how can
okay,
you-
this is my
yeah.
issue. And again,
did
y'all,
you see
y'all,
screenshots at least?
I saw screenshots. Yeah, that's why it showed me. I didn't want to see the. I saw the previews. Didn't want to see the movie.
but this is standard Christianity though. Y'all see an eighth of something,
Yeah.
and then you want to be like, I'm not fucking with that. But if you watch the whole video, that's why I was trying to get you. You need to watch it. It's really not a satanic video.
I didn't say it
If
was.
you, I know you didn't, but I'm saying, but you said you didn't want to watch it because you're like, it's that devil shit. I'm good.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
okay,
is
but I'm
that-
saying,
so wait,
but that's
okay.
I
not
want to
what
watch it now. I have to watch it.
You never seen this,
So haven't
Sophie?
seen it yet neither.
So
I
the,
haven't,
Satan,
seen, no, I haven't seen the. I haven't seen the full thing.
It wasn't her topic.
so the Satan shit will bother you too?
It didn't bother me, but I was just like, I usually avoid things that involve the devil. I don't fuck with ghosts,
And you don't really-
ghouls,
you don't
all
watch
of the
music
above.
Goblins.
You don't watch music videos neither.
I don't.
I
Yeah,
ain't
but
gonna
I also don't really watch music videos either. Like in
Yeah.
general, like anybody. Even
But
people
you'll
I
play
like.
video games with fucking vampires and
I don't.
zombies. You don't play none of that shit?
I
he
don't.
know they made
He
me
don't.
play a
Y'all
scary
listen, he
game.
was forced
Like
to
I
so
really,
scary.
I don't. I am. I don't play with that shit.
He was
Like,
so
somebody
scared.
went, but
He was so scared. He was playing a game. He had a Bible sitting there. He put the
you
Bible.
lying, B.
on my mama,
Put it-
on mommy.
Nah,
I played
yeah,
that
yeah.
game with the Bible right here on the lap.
Let
What
him
game
know.
was it?
On the
It's
car.
called
Outlast.
Outlast 2.
called
It's called
Outlast.
Outlast
It's a
2. And
scary
then the
game.
game.
Outlast,
It's,
you play it
it's,
too?
no.
I ain't played it, but
You
I
watch
know,
my
I know,
stream.
I know it's
I
scary.
can send you.
I was watching him.
Yeah, I was Mike. I was streaming it.
Nah.
I got clips from it.
Nah,
Like,
it was the funniest thing. Cause someone has a comment like, "Yo, so Saquon gonna pop up on him?" He saw that shit. He was like, "You know what's man?"
Because at any moment he might knock on my door, try to scare me, make it worse. I was like, hold up, bro, I ain't got time. I'm trying to fight these. Mike, the people in the game you're running from is worshiping the Antichrist. I ain't got time to be playing with nobody.
Fair.
And your point is
That is not real.
the whole point is to get immersed in it. So I got immersed in it. So
I get that. I
You
get
do-
that.
you do
Games
get
are a
immersed.
lot more real than when I was playing in my, we-
yeah,
So,
our shit was like little squares.
yeah, no,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Your
that-
shit looks like real
that shit
people
got
walking around.
detail.
Yeah, I get
they
it.
had people jumping out at me. I was
You know
like, oh
what I mean?
hell no,
I
this
get
ain't
that.
it.
You can see
So-
blemishes on their face. It's
Hmm.
real.
But I still think that both of y'all should still just watch the video. I really don't. I think that a lot of Christians probably didn't watch the video either.
Mhm.
They saw that there was some devil shit in it and they called it a day.
They probably did
But
not
I
watch
think
it.
if you watch the whole video, he's making a very good point. I mean, if it,
Mm.
I don't listen to his music, but I read the lyrics to that song.
Mm.
It's clearly about being persecuted by Christians.
Mm.
Yeah,
So it's like y'all are really just proving his point.
true.
Like it starts off with him in the Garden of Eden. And then he-
glitter. It was like
Say again?
glitter. Was that like glitter he was wearing? Some like
Mm.
glitter suit. It
Maybe,
was really skelly too.
maybe it was some.
Yeah.
No, that was the other thing. That was
Oh,
the
okay.
snake
Okay.
that was coming. That was supposed to be the snake
Ah,
that's showing
yeah.
up into the garden. And he ends up going down to hell. I think he's making a point of, well, you guys aren't accepting me.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go here, go down here, go dance with the devil. He
Mhm.
kills the devil in the end, because
Mhm.
Christians are leaving that part out. He
Mhm.
kills the devil at the end, and then he takes his horns, he puts them on his head,
Mm.
basically signifying that he's the devil.
That's what it sounds
Because
like.
y'all are making him that.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I don't mind him doing that, because that's a reaction to all the judgment, you know what I'm saying, all that shit he's probably went through. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind it, because that's how he's releasing, you know what I'm saying, all the things he's went through.
Yeah.
But have you heard anybody tell you that that's what the video's about?
No, but
See, that's the problem.
I'm also like not judging it.
No,
Right.
yeah. I don't get a judgment feel out of either
Mm-mm.
one of
No,
y'all.
not me either.
And I'll
At
check
all.
it out since you recommend. I'll check it out.
But I think a lot of people will just see it and then just or like see a clip of it and be like, I'm not fucking with this. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
And then nobody's gonna tell them like, no, that's not. It's not just like he's worshiping the devil and he's making it cool
Yeah.
to be around Satan. You know,
Yeah.
it's like he's making a point.
Mm.
And that's the like one of y'all said that he's great at trolling. He is.
Yeah.
But part of me does kind of wish he'd be serious just for a hot minute and kind of like go into the details of why he made this video. Like I watched his Genius video where he's talking about
that earlier too.
what did she say?
She said-
Oh
she
yeah, I
saw
saw that earlier too.
Oh, I was hiya!
You thought she was karate
Wait, so you watched his breakdown of the lyrics?
Yeah. Well, no, I only watched half of the video, but I did see that he put out like a Genius video, and that's typically like where they explain the lyrics and kind of like why they have their thought process around it. So I figured that he would do stuff like that, like be more serious off social and like probably on, like actual videos and stuff where he's getting paid for it.
But you know what this reminds me of? When Childish Gambino did that video where he was, you know, killing all the black people and people were flipping out and like, why are you showing all these, you know, dead black bodies and you're not explaining yourself? And Childish Gambino was just like, I'm not gonna explain it because it's art. Where I get it on one hand, and on the other hand, when it's being misconstrued like drastically, I kind of do wish that people would just go ahead and kind of say, okay, look, this is what it is. So I kind of do wish Lil Nas X would stop making the jokes just for a minute and be like, look, I made this video because this is how y'all make me feel. And then you turning around, not talking about y'all, of course, but not watching the video and then doubling down on making me feel like shit. You see what I'm saying? So the whole thing is really interesting to me.
I'll check it out. I feel like he just might, like, I know it's new to us, him coming out and stuff, but it's like, I feel like he might have just been tired of explaining himself. So he's just like, I'm just gonna say what I say, because at this point, I feel like I can explain it 1,000 times. Y'all don't want to understand.
I feel that 100%.
I just had a conversation with somebody today, and they genuinely don't want to understand. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So it's just, and I feel for him. Like, I feel for people that go for it. That's why, like, I consider myself Christian, but I don't blame people that live that lifestyle, because one thing I know I don't understand because I'm not that. And before I may even say what I say because, you know, you just see what we see and speak on it. But I'm also open to listen. And I feel like that's a problem that a lot of people have in this world. And the people who are open to listen, it'd be a whole lot better world. You know what I mean?
And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to tell y'all to watch it so I can convince y'all to like it.
Oh no, for sure.
I don't want y'all to think that I'm like trying to push the shit on you, because I know people, oh, you're pushing the agenda. No, I'm just saying, to get a full picture, just give it one. Satan's not going to come out the corner and get you just because Well, I know Kevin ain't gonna watch it still.
I don't watch scary movies.
It's not scary.
It's not scary. I've seen it.
In the sunlight.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen it. I've seen enough of it to know exactly what you're talking about. But it's like, it ain't scary.
Put the Bible in front of his face.
I did. Because I was trying to hide. The dude was hunting me in the game.
You trying to hide behind the Bible?
That's what you're supposed to do. The Bible is your sword.
The Bible is the scariest book on earth. Go ahead, Ken.
I was just like, it's still in the game. Like, it's not going to come out of the screen. And like, the Bible's not going to help you with that.
Oh, it did, because the Bible helped protect me, and that's how I got away from him. You ain't seen the clip. The Bible, I put the Bible up for protection. Because if you put in the full armor of God, the Bible is your sword. Okay? I use my sword to get past and vanquish that demon.
Kevin don't play no games.
Oh,
not with Satan.
So I'm just curious. So did you not watch it because of your Christian beliefs? I'm just curious.
No, I ain't watch because I'm just only seeing him twerking on the devil, and I'm just like, I'm not into that, so I'm cool. Since there's more to it,
I feel you.
I'll watch it because I want to get his full message. If it's not, because, you know, if that's all I'm seeing, then that's just all I'm like. I'm already not a fan of Lil Nas X, so I'm not pressed to watch his video.
I don't listen to
the music. I'm
music.
seeing that, then in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know it's in there. It might not all be that, but I'm also not pressed to do research and check.
Yeah, I get you.
Since you're telling me there's more to it than that, and he might have an actual message in it, I'll check it.
That's what I think, at least. I mean, you might not agree.
You out.
No, devil don't freak me out.
He don't even look that cool, really. He just looked like a Negro, just chilling.
His face
I didn't get devil from it.
His face looked like bad CGI as well. I don't know if y'all was caught up on that.
We've seen better Satans.
I don't know.
To me, it was.
There's been better Satans out there.
Seen a couple.
But
I wasn't yet.
You wasn't what?
I said I wasn't yet, and then I would stop talking. I was like, I forgot what I was about to say, so I just stopped. But I wasn't tripping off the seeing the devil. I was just like, oh, I'm good. Kind of like Quan said. It's like I don't listen to his music. So I don't seek him out enough.
Did I ever show you this?
Yes, dude. Yes.
This was my first time having someone actually do that move where they get in your lap and they bust the leg. Bruh, I didn't know this was a regular. I didn't take it.
Okay.
I don't even remember this. This was my first time being blackout drunk. This is probably 17 years ago. So when Lil Nas did it, it gave me like flashbacks. I was like, oh. So do they all do that? Because I don't really go to strip clubs often, but I've been.
Yeah.
I don't see people doing that regularly, but they stand on their head and they do it like in your lap.
I've seen it in videos. I've never seen it in person.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah,
that's not no all the time move. But again, I went to Follies and they was just walking around naked. That wasn't that exciting.
Yeah, so you just giving it all. It's just like, well,
See, I wouldn't know.
That wasn't doing, dog.
You never
it
been?
was.
Only time I went to a strip club was in New York, so that wasn't a good decision.
oh, they're all wearing Timbs and shit.
Pistols.
right, butt naked with a machete and some Timbs.
It wasn't a place for me because I was broke at the time, and I'm like, I'm trying to respect that this is their place of work, and I'm like, I ain't got no money, so don't come over here. You feel me? So you got to make your money over here. So I'm just gonna sit here in my corner and just wait until this night is over.
Yeah, I ended up at Follies on accident on the Sabbath. That's what made it even weirder. I said,
Not the Sabbath, child.
You know what I'm saying? But Lil Nas X is the problem.
Right.
I wasn't a driver. I was out. I was out with some people.
Who was
and
driving?
Either was Jesus. Jesus showed up wasn't driving.
Y'all, let me tell you something. I was out. I was hanging out with these girls, and they was like, "Oh, we should go to strip club." I said, "On the Sabbath?" I said, "Baby, they closed." They were not. So
Strip clubs don't ever close now.
You must have been new.
they were not. I was incorrect.
for real.
I hadn't lived out here long enough to know that they don't be closed on Sundays. In my stupid head, I thought, ain't nobody rump shaking on the Sabbath. You know, it's a Sunday. Kevin was wrong. Got there, and they indeed was open, but it just wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Like, it was the least exciting strip clubs experience. They would just walk around naked. Like, they didn't coerce the money at you. They just wanted you to be happy they was naked. And I was like, I haven't seen this before.
That's because Lil Nas X wasn't there.
One question. though.
Yeah, he was there. He was there all the money.
Good ass time.
When you were there, did you try the wings?
No, I did not try the wings with
Okay.
Follies.
I've always heard good things about strip club wings.
I've heard good things about Magic City wings, but I don't know about Follies.
I would
wings.
imagine food at any strip club is probably going to be good just because you're just
I
like,
heard-
oh my God, there's breasts everywhere.
I heard
You could be eating dog food. And you're like, oh my God, this is the best fucking meatloaf I've ever had in my life.
Y'all niggas got
I've
kibble?
heard-
Damn, y'all know I
For real,
love
I ain't
kibble.
never had- I had kibble in a minute.
I've heard really good stuff about like strip club wings. Like, of course, the
Mm-mm.
main strip club places, got good quality. But I've heard like it's not just one spot or just the popular ones. Like it's popping out here, but I'd be too scared to try because I also don't do strip club.
Just because of the money thing, or is it like a religious thing too?
Uh,
Because Jesus
not
went to
supposed to
strip
money.
clubs now.
it's I mean it's money and I'm engaged, so
To bring your girl with you.
Yeah, they cool with
She
that.
not, she not down like that.
She ain't. Yeah,
Really?
She ain't with shit.
Yeah, just on
I feel you.
She ain't on the type of time. You know what
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like strip clubs either. I
Yeah.
support them. I think they're great for
Yeah,
what
for
they are,
Yeah.
but I don't typically have a very good time just
Yeah.
because I'll get bored after like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Same thing. Like, I think that strippers are really cool. I respect the profession. That shit
It's
was
art,
difficult.
but-
All that stuff is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
shit's
not
hella
for me.
art.
Like,
That's athletics to me.
yeah.
Hella
I just,
So when's the big day? The chance.
Oh shit.
Yeah, when's the chance?
love my wife.
You know what I'm saying? Album coming July. You feel me?
not
Oh,
July.
Congrats, man.
Album's
Congratulations,
always
bro.
gotta come out July. I don't know why. I always heard that. But
All right, cool.
That's
You gonna be
dope.
hot as hell with that
Congratulations.
tux on, ain't you?
Yeah,
Hey,
Budden have the country open by then.
I've already accepted that my
That's what he
my
said.
girl know I'm fat and she still wants me to sweat. So
Mm.
it just it is what it is. Same girl made me want to go to made me go to Stone Mountain to climb this body.
Did you make it?
I made it like a mile up. You feel me?
Well, it's
I-
only like a mile and a half.
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so I probably made it half a
Why
mile.
you
up.
said it's
No,
only
no,
like a
I-
mile and a half?
No,
I didn't mean it like that. I was
Yeah.
like you were almost there if you made
You
it a
was
mile.
almost
That's what I
there,
meant.
All I
You
know is
dirty as hell, man. That's not what I meant.
I know he, hey, he
What?
said, boy, he said, bro, dirty.
Right.
He said,
Well,
I'm
he never
dirty.
gonna make it
all
at
I
this
know is
rate.
When I was climbing, when I was done, I was done. So reversed.
Damn.
Oh, so you walk back down?
You said what?
Is it really, really steep?
At parts, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it's parts of it is steep.
I
Yeah.
ain't never
Rigid.
did it, so I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you looking like that, Sophie?
I got extra
Yeah.
gravity. So I was like, when my legs felt a certain way, I was like, I need this energy to go down and not crash and roll.
It's worse going down, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, when
Yeah.
I feel my legs start to wiggle a little bit.
Yeah, the little shakes.
Yeah, I had to turn around. You feel me?
You think it's
So
worse
you've
going
never
down?
been. Say what?
You think it's worse going down?
I think it's way worse going down, especially once you get to the top because there's that steep part,
Yeah.
and you have to try to like lean back so you don't bust your ass going down.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
mean just okay. I see what you're saying. Never mind. I thought
Yeah,
you meant
going
like it's
up, I'm
worse.
usually straight. It's because your legs are good going up.
Mhm.
Once you get to
Yeah,
the
you
top
gotta-
and you
you
start
gotta-
going down, your
you
legs
You
are
got that
already
lean,
tired.
yeah. Yep.
You have to get that
Yeah.
Michael Jackson lean.
For real.
That smooth
Hey,
criminal.
Oh,
That
you're gonna
smooth
be
criminal.
going for a
You
while.
gotta do that smooth
You gotta
criminal.
get that
lean.
smooth criminal on.
Yeah.
So I was like, I take one wrong step.
It's gonna be a
going
wrap.
down.
because I've seen
Fell?
somebody fall down that
I didn't
The
motherfucker.
whole mountain?
Yeah.
They didn't go down the whole thing, but
Oh,
they
okay.
fell for a good ways. Because if you fall up the steep part, you can't stop yourself. It was funny as fuck. It was and I couldn't laugh either because I was on a date, so I couldn't laugh.
Yeah, you can.
It was funny as fuck.
Kid is losing. He's
Man.
done.
Because I was watching, I was like, her ankles don't look strong.
Oh my!
She had
Oh,
the
so you
baby
saw it
deer
coming.
ankles.
You
I
saw
saw
it
it was
coming.
coming. B. That's why I kept
Oh,
looking. I was
shit.
like, let me just keep, because she's talking. I'm like, man, she about to
Something right.
fall. She about to fall. Because it was that one ankle kept doing this shit. And when it finally happened, this leg went down and she, and then she rolled. And the person that was with her was trying to stop it. I'm like, you can't stop it.
that.
Just let it work itself out.
It's a gravity.
Just let gravity work itself out.
Kid is
Man.
done.
That's to me. Because I can see it.
I wanted to die. I
Bro.
tried so
Was the
hard not
person
to laugh.
okay after? You
I
know?
don't even know. 'Cause I had to keep walking, dude. I couldn't look at her. And I sure as hell couldn't go there and be like, you okay? Because I would have laughed. All I heard was, and I was like, bro, just like, no, just eat
I don't know how
it.
many bodies
God.
Stone Mountain got.
Oh, Stone Mountain got hella bodies, bro.
That would be crazy.
Hella, because I mean, I'll watch people, because I'm not in the best shape, but I'll watch people and be like, you shouldn't be up here. Because your ass got a good 13, 14 years on me. You're not dressed appropriately, so I know you're not used to this life.
Oh yeah.
So
all
it's
the
like,
folks up there for real.
You up here in skinny jeans.
Right.
They be up there.
Man, I've
Like,
seen
what are you
people.
doing?
Yeah, I'm like, why are you wearing this coming out here?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
It'd be crazy.
But that shit will put you in, it'll get you in good shape. Because I was going to Costa Rica. So I had to get myself ready because we had to do a lot of hiking. So I was going up the mountain, I was going like 3-4 times a week just to get my body conditioned.
Okay, calves. I see you.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You know,
So,
hey, strong. You know,
yeah, I go regular
Strong as
shit.
calves.
It don't mess me. It don't mess me up.
Saying, bro, we got them
Wait, huh?
kangaroo legs and shit, you know.
You go to Stone Mountain regularly?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
you're on this time of the year. Yeah.
You ever see the clan up there?
Oh yeah,
You
bro.
seen what?
Clan.
No.
You know they do show up.
I
I
have
heard.
heard that.
I
Yeah,
heard.
they'll
hang
show up
out.
with rallies and yes.
I heard, but no, I haven't
Stone
seen.
Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their territory.
Oh, you would have
yeah.
made up the hill if they were behind you.
See, and you know,
Right.
you know what's crazy too? The whole time I was like walking, and my girl had to go at least on like 4 different trails, and the mountain was the first one. So I'm sitting there tired as can be after the first joint, and they be like, "Yeah, let's go on other trails." Her and her friend from college, and I'm just like, I would have sit in this car and just chill, but I feel like I'm a pussy out. I gotta be next to my woman because if something go down,
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, at least I could hold something off, or be like, remember
Yeah.
me from my mother level, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I love you.
remember me? So, you know what I mean? And like for 4 trails, I did that. Now I'm glad I did it because it's real out there.
Yeah.
So you have not been.
Nope.
You've not been.
Yeah.
Oh, you have been.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
take it, Sophie, you've not gone.
I've been to Stone Mountain, but I use the lift.
But you never
See,
walked up
see,
the
now you
mountain.
got more guts than me because I will not get in that shit.
Really?
No, I don't like heights.
I don't like heights.
And that
Ah,
shit be
this
like doing
height.
this.
Yeah, no. You talking about that little string thing?
my
Hell, fuck
Oh my
no.
God, I hate
Fuck
it.
Hell
all
no.
of that.
Oh,
Hell no.
that's regular for me. I've never climbed it. I didn't even know what it looked like. Do it got a rail? Like shit, I don't know. Because some places will legit have like some type of like bootleg ass rail that you can kind of hold on to, but I don't
Oh,
know.
it does.
It got one part
Towards
of
the top when it gets
Yep.
more steep.
They
it
got
has a
part.
rail.
Yeah.
So how do you fall? If you just
But
don't
most
hold-
of it is no.
I ain't
The
even get
rail's
that
not
far.
all the way up though. It's only on the one part of the steep part.
I'm about to say, I definitely didn't get that.
Oh, you didn't see the stairs?
I did not get that.
Did you
far.
get to the part where like there's like a little picnic area?
Nope.
Damn.
Your ass didn't go a mile.
You weren't
bro.
even on
Yeah.
I hate to
like
break
that.
it to
Man, he
you.
did like 0.3.
I hate to break it to you.
He did like
homie.
0.3.
Yeah, you did like 0.3 miles.
Yeah.
I didn't belong there.
Look, at least you know.
I feel that.
You know.
I didn't belong
Look, at
there.
least you know.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you gotta do things to support a boyfriend. Whatnot.
But I'm proud of you for doing what you could do and knowing your body and being like, look, I'm not gonna
I'm not
push
gonna-
my body to do some shit that I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, ain't no ego over here. That's how you get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a fact.
facts. That's facts.
I know my
fact.
limits.
Okay.
For sure, for sure.
You ever find your topic?
I got my topic, you know what I'm saying? I got my topic. For sure. Not to bring the energy down or anything, but
Oh,
so
It's
man.
always one.
Damn, it's always one, ain't
hey, I do what I gotta do. You feel me? So it's I see Derek Chauvin's attorney claims George Floyd died from a drug overdose and persisting health issues. So
Oh, because the trial started today, right?
Yep.
So
yeah, man. If this
white
shit,
man on their bullshit.
They always gonna be on their bullshit.
yeah, it's
Oh,
always.
they always got energy for bullshit.
What y'all think will happen if this guy does not get convicted?
Nothing.
The same thing's always
nothing
happens.
Nothing.
We get
Well,
mad for a week and something
Mhm.
else happens. We get mad about that.
I was actually wondering about that.
You was too, Ken?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Why is this thing on? Why are they showing it like
So they can
TV?
disappoint us again.
Like OJ. When was the last time they did something like this?
Every single time there's a pride profile
Yeah.
case, they show the
I
child.
thought the
Really?
Trayvon
Every
Martin. I thought Trayvon Martin was on TV.
every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of them be on TV.
There go my theory.
I don't watch.
He said,
Yeah.
"They're gonna do something
Yeah.
to just let us down."
Yeah.
I definitely feel like
Yeah.
it's programming because look at even the way that we're reacting to it. It's like they're gonna get off and then it's just gonna be what it is because that's always how it goes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I was almost surprised when like the George Floyd thing happened and people were actually out there protesting and stuff. Like I was surprised a little bit.
Mm.
But even with that, I was like, we're gonna have to have a lot of energy that the world ain't seen for a long time for actual change to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just
Some changes
wondering-
did happen, but like nothing like to actually change mindsets and mind states and programming on TV and all kinds of other woke stuff. Like it's a shame. It's been a shame. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Mhm.
it be shit like this. I don't even know what to tell my kids when I have them. When
Hmm.
it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what is there to do at this point?
That is a very good question because I was actually in that situation. Not really about this particular one, but me and my son, he's 12.
Yeah.
We were coming out of Walmart and the cop was coming up. He was like, "Oh man, that cop zooming," because I guess somebody did something to Walmart or
Yeah.
whatever.
The cop is what?
Zooming. That's something that they say.
What does that mean?
Just
Going
going
real
Going
fast.
real fast.
Oh,
Zooming.
duh.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was-
Well, yeah, y'all
He was.
say capping. I would think he's throwing hats at people. I don't know.
Right.
Y'all change shit.
Yeah, I'm not even mad at you because
I'm old, man.
it changes all the time. I'm not even mad at
He
you.
was,
Yeah.
he was going Mach 5. Okay.
Going my
Yeah, going Mach 5.
But yeah, so we were coming out, and I just asked, I said, "Are you like afraid of the cops or something?" He was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Huh?" I said, "Why?" He was like, "Because I think I would have done something like I've done something wrong. I got in trouble." I said, "Even if you didn't do anything wrong?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Huh?" I said, "Well, if you didn't do anything wrong, why would you be afraid of the cops?" And then he said he saw a video of cops messing with this black kid,
Mm.
and the kid didn't do anything, but the cops was messing with him. I was like, "Damn, that's fucked up." So I was like, "Well, do you think they would have did the same thing if the guy was white?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Well, damn."
Like my son's smarter now.
You already know
I was like, "What the heck?" Like, it's
For him to be 12 years old,
right. And I
yeah.
don't really, because I'm not shielding him from it, but we don't really talk about it. But it's just the fact that he's getting it from outside, like the programming that's going on to like instill that fear in his head about that, to think that way by seeing videos and stuff like that. So what do you do in that situation? I don't know. I was in that situation. I was like, dang, I didn't really know what to say. I was like, well, just that if you didn't do anything, just, as long as you don't do anything, then, just trust that, you'll be okay. Even though that's far from the truth. But at the end of the day, it was just like, why should I add on to more of that fear right now? But they recognize that they're black and they understand that the world is different because they're black and stuff like that. And they're proud to be black. They say it all the time. But in this particular case, I'm sure it'll be discussed and talked about at some point, in school as they get older, and et cetera, et cetera. But what do you do and how do you convince them that they're not an outcast in this world because of their skin color? I don't know, bro.
Because like the program has been going on for years. Like this is why even rest in peace Trayvon Martin. Like when that happened, the world was in an uproar, and I wasn't surprised because I'm like, well, I was born in 1990. I wasn't there to see it, but like just listening to rap lyrics and movies and stuff, I know about Rodney King, and I'm like, okay, so now I know as a kid there's a potential that a black man can get his ass whooped on camera to the point of like to just overdoing it, and there be no consequences, little to no consequences. You know what I'm saying? And the world just be okay with it. and people forget about it. Don't even like unless it's amongst us. Like so other races
in a
or
museum.
people that doesn't fact, they don't even talk about it. It's nothing to them.
Yeah.
So it's just like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it make a brother feel hopeless a little bit, and that's exactly how they want us to feel.
Yep.
So it's just like
Yeah,
That's
I think
crazy.
there's like a slight difference between being scared and being wary, which is exactly why I understand what Ken is saying. It's like you don't want to instill fear in your kid. But I mean, since I was young, I knew to stay away from the cops. It wasn't so much of like a, I mean, I guess it is still being scared, but at the same time, it's just like, I know that you can do some shit and I can't stop you. My friends can't stop you. None of us can stop you. So instead of like me being like around you and just being afraid, I'm just going to leave the situation altogether. And I'm still like that.
for
If
sure.
a cop comes in the room, I don't care if he's smiling or happy. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
You could be the nicest, friendliest. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I'm leaving.
yeah,
I don't know what the fuck you want. You could be the nicest guy on earth, but while you have that badge and that gun, get the fuck away from me.
yeah. You gotta be cautious.
Yeah, just, I mean, I have literal friends who are police officers. And I'm like, don't come around me in that fucking don't come around me wearing that shit. And I'm still putting up all cops are bastards because you are a bastard. And I'll say that shit.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, if you want to argue, we can argue, but they don't because they know.
yeah. They know.
But we can have a discussion if you want to, but you chose to put that shit on.
Yeah.
Right.
So don't then come to me afterwards being like, why do you feel this way? Bitch, I felt this way before that. And I told you before that.
Yeah.
You're free to do whatever the fuck you want, but don't ask me to like support that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't fuck with police, period. Like them shits they just make me uncomfortable.
For sure.
And I don't like I'm uncomfortable anyway in general, but I got bad knees, bad back. I don't need cops adding shit on.
Right.
It's kind of sad, man.
How you gonna run?
How old are you, Quan?
30.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black on crack. Feel me?
But yeah, that feeling of hopelessness at that age, it's kind of sad in 2021. Like that's a feeling that I would have being 45, growing up, in the South, in Mississippi. You kind of get that because, racism is prevalent there. So you guys don't know this, but like less than 5 miles from my house, there was a burning cross. Like, that I saw on the way to the house. So that's the type of stuff that I saw when I was growing up. And but you would think that in 2021 that things would be different, but they just found a new way to do lynchings. They call these the public lynches, or a new way to lynch people and stuff like that. And it's real deep when you really think about how they've managed to basically transform and redo racism in a way to mask it, to make it a little bit more, to make it more legal and to be able to get away with it and to protect it within the system itself. And that's where, I just encourage to have hope and fight for the change, which is what we do in our various ways as much as possible. Whether it's when we marched that time, down in Atlanta, or talking about it on a public platform here, or donating to people that's out there that's marching, in all kind of ways to continue to fight the fight. Because, that's the only way, or one of the ways that, we'll get change and these outcries. And, when a lot of these old people die off, these old white racist people die off, and we hope that they don't pass it down to their generation, or they become part of the system and carry it on because it benefits them. So.
And a lot of them have.
Yeah, they have. But a lot of stuff is money and social programming. That happened when slavery ended and they needed a way to get labor, and white folks weren't doing it anymore, so they created racism and said, white people, you're different from the black people because you're white. These guys are a beast and they're 3/5 of a man and all this other stuff, so they're less than human, and you're not. They did the same thing to the Indians. When the Indians bucked back and they no longer had a need for them, they're like, well, we just turned to the black people. So yeah, it's deep, man.
Wonder where they got 3/5 from.
I don't know.
Like, it's not 2 A's. It's not like You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not 6/10.
It was a random
Right.
number.
3/5.
I don't think it was a random number, but that is a very good question.
I'm pretty
Give
sure
me
it was
3/5.
random.
Because
may have
rednecks
been
ain't good
random.
with math. So I mean, it's not like they were
Right.
like, well, there's 5 arm, leg, arm, hand. It's not like some Islam shit.
Well, you know what's fucked up? They probably was like, well, 4/5 was too much. We don't want to.
So just take one away.
We don't want to make it less than half because that'll be trickling. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So let's just make it 3/5.
Yeah,
You're a majority of a human.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what I'm
really
saying?
not
One
sure.
of, one of them probably said it and it just spread.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm really not sure about the history on that because, like, I know in school I had to read like a lot of stuff on like the sociology of like racism and stuff and like race and construction, but I really could not remember anything about how they came about. The 3/5 is what all the
that
white
fraction.
people agreed on.
Yeah.
They had one of those all white meetings.
Yep.
So what are we gonna say the niggas are? Because they're not us.
Right.
Are we gonna say that they're half of us?
Right.
A quarter
right.
us? A quarter is too low, you know.
I say a 3/5.
3/5.
So it's like so.
3/5.
Somebody probably had to draw a picture of what that was to understand how much a fifth
How much
was.
is
Mhm.
Right.
Like a pie of a pie.
It has something to do with population. It says, as Robert P. Collin mentioned, slaves were treated as 3/5 of a person when the state's populations were being counted for representation in Congress. Although 3/5 sounds like many of the one of the many awful ways in which slaves were treated as less than full people, it really wasn't. The slave owners would rather have the slaves counted as full people so the slave states could get more representatives in Congress, while abolitionists would rather have had them not counted at all until they were free to and allowed to vote.
That makes sense.
That's right. I feel like I should have known. I feel like I should have known.
I
that.
feel like I should have read that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Thank you, Sophie.
I appreciate that fact. as well.
Appreciate you.
God damn, Sophie facts only the fuck out of
did.
everybody.
She did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She came through.
Everybody.
Came through with
I-
education.
Dun dun.
It's important.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. What you got, Sophie?
Damn, sorry to be depressing again, but it'll be really quick. Apparently, there was a law that just passed in Florida called HB1. Are y'all familiar with this?
Mm-mm.
I had- I
You said
had to
HV1?
Stop keeping up with
Is that
Florida
the
news when I
immigrant thing?
I'm about to learn something today.
No. So HB1 is a bill that allows police, military, and the state to dictate what a protest is. And even if
can
you're
see
not protesting, they have the right to kill you. If they don't,
What the fuck?
if they don't kill you, this makes it easier for them to strip you of your right to vote, arrest you, or charge you for felonies. This passing in Florida means that other states can adopt this legislation as well. And there was another, I forgot what state it was, but there was another state that just passed a bill saying that it's now legal to run over protesters blocking the highway. So
Is it
yeah,
illegal or legal?
It's legal.
legal.
It's legal to run protesters over if they're blocking the highway?
Basically, if they're like
What
impeding.
what
flow.
would they
place
file
is
that
this?
as,
I
man?
don't know
Florida?
if I believe
Is this Florida too?
I don't think that's Florida. I think it's Arkansas or something. I forgot what state it is. I can look it up.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't make a piece of sense.
I
But
feel like it's just them legalizing the shit they already do and sweep under the rug. So now
Of
it's like,
course.
well, now here's a law that it's okay. So y'all can shut up. And take these turns.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
crazy.
looking and it says that this was something that happened back in 2020, but there's a fact check on this.
Yeah, that's what I just saw too. But
Yeah,
this
drivers do not have the right to plow through protesters. I mean, look, America will do some fucked up shit, but some things I'm just like, I
But
don't
they
know about
tried
this
it.
one.
they
Yeah, they might try it. Kemp might try to push that one through, but you
Were
know.
saying they tried that law and it didn't get passed?
Let's see. Post made a misleading and potentially dangerous
Oh.
claim about the legality of driving into a crowd of protesters with a car.
I see. So
Who would
no,
even come up with that idea?
it was all intentional. It was intentional to be misleading to make people see that and think it is legal. And then when they kill somebody, be like, oh, it wasn't illegal. Because most people probably wouldn't even go follow up to see if it is illegal.
Of course not.
So
Half the time, I think this is somebody on Reddit that just posts some bullshit up, and then yeah. The post says if they're blocking a public road without any kind of permit or official protest designation, they are illegally detaining you. That all being said, if the protesters at any time start banging on your windows, threatening you or trying to enter your vehicle, you can by all means hit the gas and plow through them.
Well, then that's not a protester.
Now, yeah, I mean,
That's an aggressor.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds like an
don't
angry
know.
mob at that point. Then you need to get out of there.
So the I fear for my life thing is what they're trying to
stand
get
your
them over.
ground, dude.
Yeah, it's
I was just standing my ground.
how do they get these laws passed?
what do you mean?
Legislation.
I mean, I know how. It's just They just seem
Allegedly.
so like ridiculous to me. Like that they would just outright just do it and it just happens and nobody knows.
I mean, we didn't even discuss how like the law that they passed here in Georgia, one of the Black representatives got arrested on the way to like actually watch him sign the bill. So it's kind of like,
You told her to knock on that damn door.
He did.
Don't tell a Black woman what you can't,
Can't
do.
Right.
I was
Nobody
like,
told that white cop, look, you can't tell her what she's not allowed to do.
She said, this door?
Wait, I can't knock on which door again? This one?
Just so I'm sure.
Yep. I
As
was
you
like,
know, I said, so tell me again, what's a good knock to you? Is this a knock or is that a knock? Like,
So I do it with a rhythm, you know what I'm saying?
That shit was
Trying to freestyle?
ridiculous.
It
I don't know if y'all
was.
watched the video,
I
but it was
did.
Yeah.
disgusting.
It was.
It's like, come on, man. Y'all know damn well. Did they actually say what the charges were yet?
I have not seen what the charges were.
Did you see
I-
it, Sophie?
I saw her
They
get
did
dragged
say-
out. It was nigga knocking.
Hold up. If y'all can give me a name, I don't know her name. Hold on, I can look it up.
Yo. This man.
Oh
this
my
man is
God,
ruthless.
man.
Oh my God.
Damn it, damn Cam, boy. God damn, Cam. Lord have mercy. This
The messed up
fool.
part is he ain't wrong either.
This
That's the
fool.
weird part. That's like when you say I got arrested for driving while black. Like, well, you did. It ain't technical law, but
DWB.
you know what I mean?
damn, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Because most, I think the laws go through this public process where people can actually go comment on the law. At least so.
They probably posted on one of those hard to use government websites.
Probably so.
Government websites are the most convoluted things. You can't find nothing that you're looking for. You gotta Google it specifically, and then to get the link to the specific page on that government website. You can't just go there looking for it.
But even if you find it, you leaving a comment doesn't do anything.
It
Hell no.
doesn't.
Your
doesn't.
representatives have to go in there and do whatever. But even then, it can still pass through.
But where do the representatives get the ideas from? I guess maybe that was
Each
kind
other.
of
What do you mean?
well, the law that she's talking about. Like, where do you get the idea to pass something like that into law?
Somebody introduces it, and then the rest of the white people in there say, "Oh yeah, it sounds great."
Yeah.
But like the origin of, you know what we should do, guys? We should make this law. What was the law again?
We're racist. We're racist.
Right. That's kind of where it started.
We're
I mean, it's just
racist.
That's kind of where it
What
started.
do you mean? It's
I
all
don't know, man. Like it just
Yes,
just
you're right,
seems so
Sophie. I
we're
agree.
living in a simulation. It's all racist. Like it just, that's really what the fuck this shit boils down to. You can't make sense out of nonsense.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean,
you're
look,
right. You're right.
when you're talking about a law to like beat up protesters, it's like I don't think that's hard to convince other representatives that protesters / rioters are a bad situation because they only care when it starts affecting property.
Mhm.
If it was really just people in the streets, whatever,
Hmm.
they probably wouldn't pay that much attention. But then when you have these other people that are not the protesters
Yep.
that show up and start causing problems, they need to be able to blame it on somebody. Then you have the cops who are still mad at all of the defund this and defund that. So I mean, I think it's really easy to walk into a room and convince a whole bunch of white legislators, hey, I think we should make it legal to like kill protesters. It sounds ridiculous to us, but they've never had to protest anything.
Nope.
Their form of protesting is killing.
Mhm.
So they're not
Facts.
gonna be like, well, that's fucked up because they have nothing to lose from it.
No.
They're already on the top.
It's damn near like if you come up with a law and be like, you know, would this make black people's lives a little bit harsher? Yeah, pass that shit.
You're right. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter to
You
me.
know what I mean?
They be having, they having whole meetings about
It's
it.
just like
How can we
is
stop
there-
the blacks?
is there some-
Right.
is there-
Operation Murder Protesters. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
maybe yeah, business owners, like what white money comes in, because you know a lot of these people sometimes are moved by money and say,
Yeah.
hey, you know,
sometimes.
yeah, and so
All the time.
maybe Sophie's
All the
like right. It's just this is just our racist moment, you know. This you know. So I don't know.
kind of like you said, business owners, like they usually know people. Like people know when they know like representatives. They're like, hey man, I'm having this issue
Mhm.
with the protesters in front of my business, and like that's all it takes is all you know is you gotta know one or two of them, and like put the word out like, hey, we got to figure out something to stop this. And like maybe throw them some money, like you said, throw them some money every now and again. Like, hey, I'll put up this much for y'all to try to get this bill passed.
I do think it is money, but at the same time, I also do think that white people that are in power are still perfectly cool with trying to maintain the status quo. It's,
Of course.
it's not always about money. A lot of times it's really just about
Power.
we want to keep this power. Yeah, power, money is tied, you know, but I don't know that it's always like, well, businesses and taxes. Sometimes it's really just like you're getting too close to my chair.
Yeah.
But how do the
So-
protesters threaten their power?
Because they could be presenting a public image that they don't want to get out.
Right. Which then creates people that may want to pull funding or like basically the protesters are trying to create a level playing field and they don't want that. So if you're able to convince the public, the general public, that you are actually being oppressed, to where the general public starts supporting officials that want to change that, then that affects their power. So yeah, these protesters, this didn't come because it was a whole bunch of like racist rednecks out there doing Klan marches. Because I've been to fucking Klan rallies. Fights happen there too. Cops don't do shit. Like literally, they don't do shit. Cops were not trying to pass laws about fucking up those protesters. They're only doing that now because it's affecting their power. It's threatening the actual white supremacist status quo. The cops.
Yep.
So of course, I mean, if the cops go, they can't maintain the shit that they have going right now.
Yeah. You just described the definition of hegemony or hegemony, as some people said. Like, it's all about keeping yourself in power and the tools you put in place to keep it. So
right,
they gotta always have a couple plans on how to keep that power.
Absolutely.
Legislation and police.
Yep.
Yeah, you have a built-in fail-safe. Legislation doesn't do it. We'll send out the police to handle it.
Right.
And then if the police get in trouble, we'll write legislation to protect them from doing it again. So.
Exactly. And if they can keep us out of both, then they're better off. Actually, no, I take that back. If they can keep us out of the legislation part, but if they can put a few of us, sprinkle us into the police part, then they can act like it's not a racist organization.
Right.
Even though these dumbass black cops still are too stupid to realize they're enforcing white supremacy.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear about the cop that like it's happened like in 2017, but that the whole trial thing is, I think it's just now happening, where he was an undercover cop and he was infiltrating protesters and the cops came and beat the fuck out of him.
I did see that.
I forget his name. I really wish I would have remembered it, but they beat the shit out of this guy. And he was an undercover cop and he's coming out and being like, I did nothing. This was extremely excessive. And now they're looking at these white officers like, you beat one of your own.
Yeah.
And I don't wish anything, any harm on these guys, these black cops. But I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, maybe this will fucking wake you up to where you'll understand you walked into the room with racists and now you're fucking surprised that they turned on you. You fucking idiot.
I feel like
now you get
surprised.
it.
I feel like he wasn't even surprised. It's just like now you're the victim. So now you want to speak for the other side because you've been a victim of the shit that you probably been either silent about
or enforcing,
witnessed, or been a part of.
Yeah.
You know
I think a lot of black cops, they'll become cops and then they'll kind of forget that they're black.
Yeah.
They'll forget. They'll just forget that the same shit that affects. It's like when rich black people get in trouble. Like when ASAP Rocky got in trouble.
Yeah.
Before all that shit, it was like, I don't give a fuck about this. Nothing against ASAP because I get it. He's young. But he's, I don't give a fuck about this Black Lives Matter shit. It ain't affect me. But it affected your ass when they caught you up and put your ass in, you know.
For sure.
A lot of them just forget like what it's like to be a regular ass black person. And that cop, he got a fucking wake up call. Yeah. They treated his ass like a regular ass black person and whooped his ass.
I feel like it's that and the combination of kind of like how you said, like maybe there's sometimes silent to it, because in that situation where every cop, I feel like even did they either know cops that they think are like, all right, this guy's kind of an asshole, and they probably think of themselves as the exception, like I'm not like that guy. But either way, if you're silent and you're basically complicit, it's kind of like knowing about racism but not being an anti-racist, which means you have to go in and stop the racism. It's like your job would be to stop your fellow cops from being assholes and like using obsessive force against people. It's like your job is to stop it, not just be around it and be like, I don't want to be like him. We kind of are like him by association.
Right. And then you just explain why the phrase all cops are bastards is a thing.
Yeah.
Because you're completely complicit, because you're silent. You know, like there's when they're always like, oh, well, he's a good cop. Show me the list. I say this every time. Show me the list of all of the people that he's turned in. And if you don't have one, then you're not a good cop. And I've yet to this day to meet someone that has a full list of people where they're like, yeah, I've turned in 5 people because they were doing crooked shit or they were using excessive force.
Right.
None of them have this. And they're like, well, if I do that, then then I'm in trouble and blah blah blah. And I'm turning on my.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens when you sign that paper.
When you join the gang,
exactly.
You follow the gang code.
Right. And you got to get jumped out, bro.
Yeah.
The blue wall of silence, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why even if there is a such thing as a good cop, you probably know some shit and you've been silent to some shit.
Right.
Just because you haven't done no outwardly bad stuff doesn't make you a good cop.
Exactly.
What were you about to say, Sophie?
Well, I was gonna say, like, we've seen examples of that where I forgot what city it is because, again, these stories happen every fucking week. But there was an officer who tried to like do the right thing and was like, I think she made a video about disagreeing. Like, I think there were 2 separate scenarios. One was a Black woman cop who tried to speak out about something. One was a Black guy, and he said something. I think he also recorded something on video, kind of disagreeing with something, or I think giving both sides, and they both got fired. So it's like, you can't say that, like, we know the jig is up. Like, there's no doubting it.
Yeah, I think I actually heard about the dude. It was a dude that, like, I think he was like freshly on the force. Like, he'd been there like maybe 2 weeks, and he came there with the intention of, okay, there's something going on. Let me find out what's going on from the inside. And then, when I think he was new when, like, the protests were happening, and he had voiced something. He was on some social media platform. I think it might have been TikTok or one of them shits. And he had got fired for that shit. And once he got fired, I guess he still had a voice and a high following. So I think he did music from that point on. He was like selling T-shirts and shit. But yeah, I think I heard about the guy. He had like a big following on TikTok or some shit because he was muscular and kind of attractive. But he was also like speaking on like the blue wall of silence being some bullshit because if you're doing such and such, you're still dead wrong. And then immediately they got rid of his ass.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Shit crazy, man. Fuck the police. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
What y'all think about Joe Budden?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Definitely.
This situation with Rory and Mal.
It's interesting.
It's sad.
We
interesting.
actually just talked about that on our show as well. Hold on, Pot. How Joe in his head. Oh wait, are you familiar with it? Or should
I am.
I don't have no backstory. Okay, great. So Joe
Sophie doesn't
thinks,
care.
Oh, Sophie don't know.
Sound like Joe Budden?
She's like, what'd Joe Biden do again?
Joe in his head thinks this will all blow over. That's the part that's funny to me. Joe's like, I think we'll all be back on the show in like a month. And I was like, I don't know, Joe. I don't know, Joe. Because Joe was just like, I spoke to Rory, told her to take a couple episodes off, and then that
They're
made
supposed to be
Mal
going to
upset.
therapy. They're supposed to be going to therapy together.
Who?
That's what Joe Budden said on the live on the
Said who's going to therapy together?
that him and Roy was going to therapy
I
together.
mean, it'd probably be a good thing, but I don't know if I believe that. But that's
Yeah, I
probably a
don't
good
believe
thing
it
for them
either.
to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too
That's
much of a
news
good
to
idea.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much of a good idea because that would actually help some. Because, like, okay, so I've been a big Joe Budden fan since the beginning, literally, like since Pump It Up to now. I've listened to most of the mixtapes, watched the Joe Budden TV blog, all that stuff, right? So I feel like I have a somewhat understanding of how crazy this man is, and I've almost been very surprised that this Joe Budden podcast has lasted this long because it's known that Joe Budden is pretty self-sabotaging because of just the way he is. And him, like his friends knowing him, he can be a lot to handle sometimes. Even just watching, like, there'll be one episode where somebody can come out with an album and he'll be like, that shit was trash, ass, hated it. Why do you even exist? You should go die. You know what I'm saying? And then like
Should
the
they
next
call
day he'll
him
be
out
like,
on it?
so, I mean, not that harsh, I'm exaggerating.
No,
but,
yeah.
like he'll always be very animated on how bad something is. And then the next episode he'll be like, yeah, so I listened to such and such again. It's a pretty good album, actually. I'm not mad at it. And somebody will be like, but you said it was trash yesterday. He'd be like, no, I didn't. When did I say that? When did that happen? And then he'll get passionate about being like, when did I say, or like, well, when I said that, I wasn't saying it was trash. That's just the way I talk. He could just be a lot. As a fan of him, he can be a lot.
I guess that's why I never understood the appeal about him, because he seems so finicky and so wishy-washy and quite literally batshit crazy at times. I guess that appeals to people, but I don't get it. Like it doesn't add up. Like why is that something that appeals to people?
He hits a note every once in a while for me where I'm like, damn, that was actually a good ass fucking comment.
Yeah.
It's not often, but when he hits, he hits.
Yeah.
I literally watched the show for Rory and Maul, to be honest. I really like them.
I really like them.
I
too.
like their chemistry. I think Maul's just a laid back dude that doesn't like talking bad about folks unless he absolutely has to.
Sure.
Rory's a little bit more outspoken, but the shit that he says 9 times out of 10, I'm like, that's a good ass point.
Yeah.
He's also one of those type of white dudes in hip hop that knows his place and knows when to say something and when not to say something. And they'll even try
That's
to
true.
goad him into saying shit. And he's like,
Yeah,
nope.
nope. Yeah,
This
I
ain't my
noticed that.
spot.
Yeah.
I've
I'm not
noticed that.
saying shit. Now,
Yeah,
I
I
like
noticed
that
that.
about him.
Yeah, I noticed
But
that.
in Parks. I rock with Parks. No?
He okay. See, I'm glad he's off camera. I wish they'd take his microphone away sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, because he inserts himself too much.
I feel like he does now. Before he
Yeah.
was like good with the one-liners.
Exactly.
But then like I feel like they got comfortable with him being there. And
Yep.
He got comfortable being part
And he
of it.
stepped in more.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Yeah,
I'm like-
I'm cool with it, but
I feel- yeah.
he used to really be like literally. They would go maybe 15 minutes and he might say one thing.
That's
One
when he was
hit,
good.
and it would hit. It would be funny.
Yes.
And then like he'd be silent for another 15 minutes.
You know, you
Now
just made a
he's
good
like-
point. Like when he makes jokes,
Yeah.
like back in the day when he would just make jokes, he was good.
Yeah.
But now that he wants to like, oh, this is my opinion, it's like, bro, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
We don't need your fucking little dicky opinion on stuff. Because like it's almost always just like, it just always seems like it's coming from a place of not knowing shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It always seems like he just went and read like 4 tweets and developed a whack ass opinion and then wants to share it. But the other guys I like. Now Joe, on the other hand, so he is a bit much.
Yes.
He's very loud, which you would think I would like him because he's loud, but he's really loud. And I just feel like I always disagree with him. Like 9 times out of 10 when he says some shit, I'm like, that's dumb. That's dumb. But unlike our commenters, I've never gone on Twitter or Reddit and be like, that's a stupid comment. I'm just thinking in my head, like, damn, that was dumb. What did you say that shit for?
Yeah.
But the other guys, I like them. Without them, I'm not listening to this because it's just Joe and the dudes. Like, nothing against them either, but they're clearly not cut out for that. And they don't want to be in the limelight. They don't want to be on the podcast talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they're friends of his too. Like I even know I haven't watched any of the newer episodes, but because I like to stay like I like to have podcasts lined up so in case I have a day of nothing to do, I can watch podcasts all day. But even with the guys that are there, like I think he has Ish and Ice. I've seen those guys on the blogs and stuff, so I know those are homies of his. But it's like, yeah, like you said, they're not trying to be in the limelight because if they was, they would have been there from the jump.
Exactly.
They're like almost 500 episodes. Joe would have let them come through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and for Joe trying to cover up and act like this is all gonna blow over, that worries me because him and Rory getting into it doesn't surprise me because they have underlying tension. Just because,
Clearly.
like
So that's
Joe-
legit. So people are not.
Oh
like-
no. Yeah. I've been not saying it, but I've been thinking it for a good month or so where I'm just like, something's wrong here. Because Joe wasn't lying. Like there are episodes where Rory will be like, well, my hands are better than yours.
Yeah.
Or you ain't got hands like me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking for Rory to say that, there is an underlying issue where Joe said some shit that went too far. You see what I'm saying? Like Rory just seems like a more outspoken Rod. He's cool and laid back, but if you push him too hard, but you have to really, really, really push him.
Yeah.
But it's been a while where he's just been like, all right, well, let's see what your hands do.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's
He's done it a couple times.
He's done it a couple times where it didn't really seem like a joke.
Yeah.
Like you can say that shit like, all right, Kevin, my hand's better than yours.
Yeah.
And you're already laughing.
Yeah.
Because you can tell when someone's playing, but he would say it like, I'm like 3/5 playing.
Yeah.
But there's
Bring that
2/5 here where I really feel like fucking you up.
Yeah. It's been like that for years, really. 'Cause I
Oh,
feel like
really?
yeah, because I remember even when Joe was still on Everyday Struggle,
Mhm.
there was almost a moment where there was like a joke that Joe Budden and Rory was gonna fight. And,
Oh,
like,
I didn't
even,
know that.
One video where I guess there was a guy at the complex that did an article about Joe Budden and they were looking for him.
Yes.
I
Rory
remember
was in
that.
there and he was like,
Oh.
somebody threw something at Joe. He was like, and I don't take kindly to people throwing shit at me because if somebody does that again, I'm not gonna act positively. And Rory was like, that was me. He was like, oh, that's Rory. All right. He was like, I thought I was going to fuck somebody up. And Rory was like, please, I've been waiting.
I didn't realize that was Rory.
It's been going on for a minute, but I thought they had a
Wow.
conversation and kind of calmed that down. But now it's like,
He said, please, I've been waiting.
Budden, it's gonna happen again. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? When you have to deal with somebody that's such a strong energy,
Yeah.
he kind of talks to you a certain way. Because
Yeah.
he does talk aggressive.
He does.
And like Rory, like you said, he'll take a little bit of, but Rory ain't pussy.
Right.
So like he's only gonna take so much, and he's like, all right, so like, are you gonna back that up though? Like, because I'm
Right.
as
I
a
will
man,
fuck
you
you
only
up.
take somebody yelling at you so much before it's like,
Yeah.
all right, like I'm,
Mhm.
I'm still a man at the end of the day, so like
Right.
you gotta relax.
I feel like he just got too comfortable talking to academics like that, and people thought it was cool.
Yeah, he
Because-
always talks to people like that though.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna say
always
that too.
does,
Yeah.
It is also true. Everything
Unless
I've
it's
seen,
somebody that's
everything
not
I've seen
gonna
is not his friend. He does speak aggressively. Even in that
Yeah.
video you was talking about when he was looking for the guy that wrote the article. He was
Yeah.
mad as shit. And that dude looked like he didn't want nothing to do with Joe. Joe was like, so you said, and dude was just like, look, bro,
It's not that big of a deal.
it's not that
man.
big a deal.
Yeah.
And you went through this whole office in the morning too. I remember Joe
Yeah,
said
yeah.
Joe said he used to be there first thing in the morning. Joe had a key to complex, so Joe was the first person there in the morning,
Yeah, for sure.
angry. I'm like, dog, that's too much energy for
Yeah.
before the sun come up.
So y'all don't think that he could move forward with different hosts?
No.
No,
Hell the fuck
No.
no.
it would be really.
He's
really
replaced
rough.
co-hosts before.
Not
He
on that
did,
show,
but-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Oh.
before there was a
I forgot her name.
yeah, I forgot her
Yeah.
name. She used to work at Hot 97. See,
On the
I've
Joe
been watching
Budden
this since the
podcast?
beginning.
It wasn't.
I told him I ain't
Yeah,
remember that
it
either.
was when it was called "I'll name this podcast later."
Yep,
I've
yep,
been
yep.
watching
What was
it
it
from the
Yep.
I'll name this podcast later.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
anything
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah, me neither.
Before they even had video and like when they were still doing it for free, they did it for free. I think like maybe the first 3 years.
So it was a
right?
woman from Hot. Obviously, it wasn't Scotty Beam. So
No, it wasn't. No, it was I think named Maritza.
Yeah, that was Marissa.
Like she was there, and
Huh.
her and Joe would get into it because
All the time.
Maritza is like a little younger. She's a little more out here, and
Is she the
she's
Spanish
living her life.
girl?
Huh?
She's a Spanish woman.
Yeah, she's Spanish.
Okay, I
Very,
think
very
I
nice.
do
Yeah, Spanish.
Vaguely remember that now.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
go
like-
ahead.
It was cool, but like, and Rory was still there too. But like, it was cool, but they would get into it just because.
My bad.
You know what, Ken? We ain't gonna keep doing this with you, Ken.
One more time, you
But
gonna
yeah,
bounce out of here.
Marissa.
Every time
So,
they
like-
get quiet, Ken will start playing this game.
Right.
But like, yeah, they would get into it a lot just because of differences of like, Joe Budden being in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
He's not co-signing certain behavior where Maritza, she's a little younger, so she's out here, she's partying,
I
she's
do remember that now.
living her life. And they would just get into it over certain subjects just because she may talk about a certain situation. He's like, what you did in that situation was dumb. And you're dumb. And anybody like you was dumb. Like they would just get into it.
Everybody like you. Damn,
So
that's
maybe
a-
Rory has been there since
The beginning.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Not Rory, but yeah, was it Rory?
Rory.
Rory's been there from the beginning.
And he's put up with a whole bunch probably, and he's just reached his breaking
So
point.
Yeah.
Maul replaced Marissa.
Yeah. And it
Okay.
was a great fit because Maul, like,
Just be
he's
chilling.
a
Yeah.
very entertaining guy.
Maul
He's a
just
funny
be
dude.
there.
Maul's
Yeah.
one of them dudes that like doesn't try to be cool. He actually is cool.
Yes, I agree.
So that's why
I
it really
agree.
worried me when it's like, okay, you said him and Rory got into it. That's cool. I understand that was probably about to happen. But when Maul got upset,
Yeah.
now I'm scared because that's that person that's like, if you see Maul swing on somebody, you're not gonna be like, yo, what's wrong with Maul? You're gonna be like, what did that do?
Yeah, what did he do to
to
deserve
make
that?
Maul do that? to
Yep,
him?
yep, yep.
So that's why I'm scared because I really like this podcast. I follow Joe, as y'all know, but it's just like for Maul to have a problem, now I'm scared.
And I
There's
think
something going on.
his problem is more so like to protect his homie.
Hmm.
Because he's like, you don't have a place to tell this guy to take 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, there's no bosses here.
Yeah, and
I don't
I
work for
get him
anybody.
on that because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is called the Joe Budden podcast, but at the same time, you're not blameless.
Yeah.
So you can't just act like, oh, it's all you. You just have a
Mhm.
problem, so you go take some time off.
Mhm.
No, how about we iron this out and figure out what the issue is, and then we can all stay friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if he's not going to do that, he's just going to be like, well, you go somewhere for 2 weeks, and we're going to keep doing this. No, that's fucked up, man.
I feel like Joe got to realize like he acknowledges and says that he's crazy. He knows his thinking is warped, but I think the issue is he has to do some working on his mind to get rid of that. Because you can't just be like, yeah, I know I'm crazy, but you're affecting people that really care about you. So it's like at a certain point, it's like, yo, it's you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten to that point yet.
Mhm.
And I don't want Charlamagne to be right.
You don't want what?
I
You
don't
want
want
what?
Charlamagne to be right about the
Oh.
podcast.
Well, I think he's been right about Joe this whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Where everything Joe touches, he fucks it up.
Yeah, that's why I was almost surprised because I remember when it first was going on, he was like, I give it 6 months.
Yep.
Joe's gonna fuck it up.
Yep.
And I was so surprised. I was so surprised he didn't, because Joe tends to fuck it up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I guess it just went from 6 months to 5 years, and it was a really good ride.
Well, the latest episode they put up on YouTube
Oh boy.
I watched it
has
today.
5,800 dislikes
Oh,
Shut up.
and only 715 likes at the
Shut
time
the
of this
fuck
article.
oh
up.
my god.
Yeah,
With that dude Ish on it.
yeah, with the replacements.
Yeah. Ish and Ice.
Hey,
Well, no.
that's
Ish,
crazy.
Ice
Ish
the
is
one
a.
with the beard.
And this was
So that's not Head Ice, the battle
No,
rapper.
no.
Way different.
Okay, so I'm wrong. I thought it was Head Ice too, because I
No,
think
no.
Hell no.
because I thought he called him Head Ice in one of the episodes. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the battle rapper
He
Head
probably said
Ice.
it as a joke. So.
Oh,
Maybe,
okay. Because I was like,
maybe.
Head Ice, why is he
on the podcast?
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah.
But no, Ish is just like he's like a regular guest. Like he's not regularly on the show. He's just a guest that they pulled on.
Yeah, he's just a friend of Joe, and I guess Joe needed a favor. So he's like, yo, you know what's
Wow.
going on? You want to come on the podcast?
Eek.
Because if not, it's just going to be me and Parks.
Dang.
That's crazy.
I
Separate thing too, on his network, he has a podcast called See the Thing Is, with we had 3 women on there.
I
One of
saw
the
that.
women left.
I heard
And they're
about
kind of
that.
saying that like that might be also a reason why, you know what I'm saying, just because of Joe. Because they actually had a conversation where it was supposed to be one of those, as a black man, I'm gonna give a podcast to have 3 women on it,
Sure.
women empowerment, all that. But then there was an episode he was on there and they're talking to him and it sucks, he's still Joe.
Mhm.
So even when they're trying to express and you'd be like, yo, listen to us, we're women basically,
Mhm.
he's just like,
No.
I'm Joe.
Yeah.
So it's like he's gonna like try to respect you, but at the same time when you're saying something and you don't agree, he's gonna still treat you the same way that every other man does. And I just saw the girl's name is Olivia Dope. You could just see on her face that she was just not feeling the situation
Yeah.
when he was there. I even seen in the comments somebody was like, "Yo, Olivia, I see it on your face. Please stay." And of course, she was the one that bolted.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like
That's a shame.
Well,
yeah.
guess we'll find out what happens. Yeah, they are going to therapy, B.
I'm rooting
Yeah,
for this
I saw that.
podcast.
Yeah.
too.
So Rory and Joe Budden are going to do therapy together. Did Joe say this or did Rory confirm it?
Let me see.
I think Joe
Let's
has
see. I
said it.
think, did I click
I
on
guess it's
that
not
one?
that important. Have it in front of
I
you.
just saw the headline.
They might just
I
need to
hope
box
so.
it out.
That too.
Sometimes that's what
Both.
you need.
Actually,
You know?
both.
Yeah, box it out and then go to therapy
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah. But get it out the homey way and then get it out the actual.
Yeah, it says just
mental
Rory.
health. Just Rory?
Yeah.
So, but I'm saying Rory confirmed that he was doing it.
Or is it you saying it's just
No,
therapy?
So
I
just
don't-
Rory's
yeah,
going to
it's just-
therapy.
It's just
Rory's
Joe
been
talking.
going to therapy. They
Yeah.
talked about that was another episode that got awkward because he was
Mhm.
trying to talk about his I guess he went through something. I don't know what it was.
I think he was going through a breakup with
some of this girl?
Yeah, engagement. Like
Oh.
yeah, he had
That's
recently proposed to his girl, and not recently, but I think he proposed to her like sometime last year at the Rock Nation brunch,
Mm.
and they've been kind of going through it. I've heard things, but I don't know what's true and what's not. But
Either way, they had a breakup.
yeah.
And it sounded like Joe maybe just wasn't maybe he wasn't there for him or he kind of made light of it.
That's what's weird about Joe is like Joe would be the person to be like, yo, is this a safe space? We always, as men, we have jokes that we don't express to one another, right? And he'll be like, as men, we don't express to one another. I just wish we could be here and express. And then when Rory actually goes and expresses some shit he's actually going through with his homies, that's when Joe would be like,
You being a
why is
bitch.
Rory doing this? I don't want to talk about this.
Right.
Drake's album. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it just when shit like that happens, you're gonna be offended as a man.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, you just told me to express, and I'm sitting there trying to actually talk with the homies about what's going on in my actual life,
Mhm.
and you trying to make me look like a fool in the camera. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, Rory hasn't confirmed it, but Joe
Lord.
confirming it for Rory,
Yeah, I don't know if I
saying
buy
that he
one.
called him up and asked him, "You want to go to therapy or not?" And we out, so we can get back to the pod later.
Yeah.
So
See, I would feel some type of way if you put that shit on social media. Like if me and you had a real falling out,
mhm.
I would feel some type of way if you called me, asked me if I wanted to go to therapy. I'm like, well, let me get back to you. Let me think about it. And next
Mhm.
thing I know, your ass is putting it on Twitter. Like,
Right.
What the fuck kind of shit is
Yeah.
that?
Talked to
that's
Mike
fucked
today.
up.
He said he's willing to go to therapy with me. We'll see how this goes.
Right. But now we need more than therapy because now you're talking about the therapy on Twitter.
Mhm.
by the
Would
way,
you? So Mike, like
Fuck out of here, man.
in your response, would you call him back or you would tweet him back so other people could see it?
You know
Like,
what I'm
bitch, I ain't
That's
going
a good
now.
question. That's a
How
good-
would you respond on Twitter or on the phone?
I don't know. I don't think I would respond. No, I'd probably text him
Yeah.
and be like, "For real, bro?
Yeah.
Really?"
Then what if he said he's texting me right now? We're still trying to work this out.
He's screenshotting the shit. Like this, what Mike just said.
Get my
You know
my
what I'm saying?
Macklemore on.
Right. Right.
At that point, I feel like after that, you try to do it in private twice, we're going public with it.
Yeah.
Now you got to respond on
It's
Twitter.
gonna have to be then. Yeah.
We ain't going to therapy no more.
Right.
This shit is sad, man.
All right.
As a fan, this shit is sad to see, man.
You'll be all right, man.
I mean,
I see you holding back the tears, man. It's
You know what I'm
just,
saying?
you know, it's gonna be okay, bro.
It just, I was really thoroughly. This is like the main podcast that kind of got me into other podcasts and podcast things. So it's almost like it sucks to watch it go down. And you know, even with him trying to make moves and
Mhm.
trying to do stuff, I actually listen because I'm, you know, like I can pick up some game days
Yeah.
dropping over here. So you know, for that to be, you know, fall into the
I
wayside.
mean, you picked up game.
Yeah, I picked up game.
Y'all don't get mad at each other.
That's true, because now you know what not to do.
Yeah. And if you do, go to therapy.
Oh no, or you just want to see him disappear. Because
Wait, that sounds
you don't
like
want
murder.
foolishness in the
What is
Damn. We gotta keep an eye on you, man. We can text you, man. You good?
There you go.
Every once in a while.
And you still got your Bible?
I don't think I do.
Maybe you don't need to watch that Lil Nas X
Right.
video.
Yeah,
Right.
might give you some ideas.
Mhm.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man.
All right, well, that's gonna do it for topics, man. We'll be back with our comments and our Past Mike segment right after this quick break. All right, so we're back. It's Jiao Jiao, and I hope I said that correctly. Said I just want to thank you guys for using the ITMSO platform to talk about the recent anti-Asian attacks that have been going on. I'm sure somebody has already talked about this, but the model minority characterization towards Asian Americans and or Asian immigrants has been used by white supremacists in order to create a divide between us and other minority groups. Being model minorities is why I believe you tend to get the dialogue of why should we care about AA people if they don't give a fuck about us amongst other minority groups, where in fact most of us do acknowledge and sympathize with the struggles that you have been dealing with. I'm just blabbering on now, but thank you again, and y'all content is just getting better and better like fine wine.
Classic.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Dallas Rose 222. Sex addiction is a real thing, but one, it's not often linked to gun violence, and two, this is clearly a result of fetishization of Asian women mixed with some kind of personality disorder. Okay. Let's see. Well, he's not here. I can't read this one. This was about right. It was good though. But I'll read it anyway.
He'll listen. Shit.
Yeah. Rough and the Fury. I'm almost exactly 2 hours into this pod, and it's been fucking great. But man, Rod, we love you, dude. Don't feel bad about anything you said on the pod or none of your past thoughts. Like Mike said, you own up to that shit, and it was brave as hell to share it on the pod, so you could all have that conversation. I definitely feel you on the cop spinning. It's fucking up my day though. Weird time to be Asian American, that's for sure. I don't feel threatened or actively afraid, but that's just because I don't go outside because of the pandemic. I'm getting my second vaccination shot on Monday though, and when I start going out, I'll definitely have my head on the swivel for a bit. Everything is so strange these days.
I'm all about that vaccination. I'm trying to get shot up soon too, so I can get these free donuts.
Did you schedule yet?
Trying to get shit. Oh, you on the Krispy Kreme shit?
You're gonna be taking other kind of shots. You keeping the kind of
Really?
sweets.
Did you schedule yours yet?
Get you a case of the
I ain't
sugars.
scheduled
right.
it yet. I ain't scheduled it yet, but I'm
You better
on
hurry
the
up.
side. I'm trying to get a slot.
I sent y'all the link and stuff.
B, the first link you sent was a government website, and I told you I couldn't figure that
That's
shit
the
out.
same one that Ken sent. I
Bro,
sent you the same one that
Send
Ken.
him the one I sent you.
You don't trust the
It's
government
just
or the
it's just
website.
Walgreens. Just go to Walgreens.
I do that. I can Walgreens I can figure out. But
I was in and out in
Same.
10 minutes, 15 minutes.
I'm with that.
I told y'all I scheduled mine. So how come
You said all of that, but I also remember responding to you and telling you, B, can't
Oh my
nobody navigate
God.
these government websites. I know I said
read,
it.
gotta read and click it, man. It's
You a Morehouse graduate.
right. You didn't read none of that.
See,
Never mind.
I see what you're trying to do here. I want to let you know that my ability to read and comprehend has nothing to do with government websites also being full of trickery and deception. These two things are not. They're
You should be like,
correlated.
matter of fact, because I can read and comprehend, is how I figured out there's some trickery here.
I don't know, Cam.
Thank you.
I don't know, Cam. They had pictures on the site to help you.
Damn, that's dirty.
They really do.
That's disrespectful.
I was like,
yo.
They had pictures. This is true. But when you clicked on the pictures, they took you to places where you wasn't at originally. So I'm like, wait a minute here. I sat down, I promise y'all.
Just
I
go to
sat-
Walgreens.
It's
man.
fine.
I sat there for at least 20 minutes. Like, what the hell? Where am I going? Like,
My education got nothing to do with government websites. That's amazing.
BH1989 not coming to Kylie's defense at all, but she did clarify the GoFundMe debacle. She pretty much said she doesn't have a relationship with him and has worked with him a couple of occasions and wanted to post the link. They just posted the link. Okay. Felt like a cover-up story, but whatever.
Wait, which one's Kylie again? Is she the one that married the black people, or is she the little skinny model one?
You asked
They're
the
all married
wrong
to black
person.
what was the
So-
question?
No, the one little skinny model one's not married to anybody.
The one who's not a good model? That's what you talking about?
Oh, well, she
real-
doesn't date black people at
One
all.
that doesn't have like a, what'd you say, Sophie?
She doesn't date black people at all.
Yeah,
That's-
which one is that?
I think that's Kendall.
Kendall, yeah.
Okay, so Kylie's the one that was married to Tyga, or was fucking
I
Tyga,
don't think she
and,
was married, but
or just dating him or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
she's not so-
and
Okay.
and Travis Scott. Yeah.
It's lit.
Easy 2489. He basically said that he had a conversation with a family member, and they were saying the same thing to him. Worry about our people. Why are you worried about Mexicans or Asians? And so, well, it's so true. So he said he's Mexican, and he have seen many people get mad or show like jealousy that BLM and now Asian community is getting so much attention. And he's seen so many say, why don't they talk about Mexican and Cajuns or how they call us rapists, aliens, etc. It's so disheartening because you can't change these people's minds, bruh. I don't know how people don't see we can't compare oppressions. So basically he's saying that, yeah, I was trying to decipher it. Basically he was saying that the Mexican communities, the people that he spoke to, because I asked him, he said they have the same like type of conversation. So he was basically agreeing with that. So it seems to be prevalent throughout a lot of communities. I think that's it.
All right.
That was it. All right, where's the
Ask the mic question.
Yep. I just had it. All right, well, that's going to do it for comments this week. We thank you guys, as always, for all of your comments. Keep them coming, some great comments as usual. So now we're going to jump into our Pass the Mic segment where we answer your questions. You can send those to isthemicshalon@gmail.com. So this one is short, sweet, and to the point. And it comes from Ty.
Todd?
Ty, T-Y. Yep. So he says, hey guys, I'm curious what you all like to do for a creative release.
Oh.
That's it. That's the question.
What we starting?
Make
We
beats?
going circle. We going.
How about I say?
Make beats.
Okay, they started.
Make
over there.
beats. These just
All right.
started, so-
Party over there.
Make beats.
I make beats, podcasts. You feel me? Dress weird, just all kinds of.
Not dress weird.
You know what I'm saying? All kinds of expressions. You know what I mean?
So when you dress weird, like you do that in front of the mirror, or you go out, or
Like it just
how does that
might
work?
be, it just might entertain me to wear something that I feel like nobody else will wear. But you know what? I'm like, think I'm me. I'm gonna wear this shit.
Oh, so it's for public display.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I might just be going to the grocery store because I don't go nowhere. But you know, there's an audience there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Cool.
The
Yeah.
ground turkey gonna see me. You feel me?
Ground turkey.
Mike?
It's Kevin's turn.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We going
Express
this way.
yourself.
Play video games. I like to do that. I like to exercise. I like
It's not creative.
exercise can be creative.
You like lift all exaggerated. Like,
Hell no. What
He
else?
probably
Creatively.
yeah, he probably does. Now that I'm really thinking about it,
Mhm.
that dude looks like some shit Kevin would do.
Not at all. Let me
Do
think.
push-ups on the Bible.
Yeah, I can totally see him doing that every time he go down to kiss the Bible.
I'll tell you what, your muscles gonna be blessed. You feel me? Your muscles gonna be blessed,
Blessed and highly favored.
you know what I'm saying? Blessed and highly muscular.
I like writing as well. I think I enjoy writing. So I guess writing and video games and I guess doing podcast type stuff, creative thinking, like conceptual stuff. I enjoy.
For sure, for sure.
You writing raps?
No,
Okay,
never
good.
in my life. I'm determined to be the one black guy that doesn't think he can rap because I don't want to fall into the stereotype.
My name is Kevin, and I'm the best.
Trying
Look
to
at my
build a-
muscles; they are blessed.
Even if I did rap, I'll have the ghostwriter. I couldn't be the one saying them. It was like, dog, I can't do it. I cannot.
What about you, Sophie?
I'd probably say, well, it kind of used to be makeup, but I don't know. I don't really do that anymore. Like the whole like expression, and I pretty much have one fucking standard look at this point. But you know what I really, really like to do? This is really weird. I like to sing on the treadmill. Like not all the time. Like not all the time, but sometimes when I work out and I blast, like I have to blast music when I work out. Some people like wear headphones. I don't like that. I feel like they move around and they fall out and all that shit. I hate that. I like loud ass music because it feels like it's like surrounding me and I don't feel like I'm working out as hard. It's like a sensory thing. But yeah, like if you listen to like a live album or something like that and you kind of sing along, it kind of feels like you're performing instead of working out. So that's really
You singing
fun.
hard as hell, don't you?
Hell yeah. And you know what?
I bet your ass
I'm
do.
about to say,
Really fun.
Nothing compared to you.
It's fun because I know like a lot of artists will actually train that way, like on the treadmill, like doing their whatever. I don't obviously rap or anything, but if you like rap or sing or something like that, it actually strengthens your, I want to say your diaphragm, and it allows you to like do runs easier and stuff. So that's really fun. I'm not super like, I'm not as techie as far as like producing per se, quote unquote. But I love like putting together tracks and like singing over like instrumentals and stuff. Like it's like a really fun way to like release.
Let me find out Sophie's a producer.
right.
No, I'm not. Please don't say that. I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Got the hard beats too.
No, I hate that. You know what? Because at like the first second that I run into a technical issue, I'm like, ah, fuck, I gotta Google some shit. I'm over it. So I would rather someone. I don't have the patience. But I love like, you know, recording or doing like instrumentals and stuff. It's fun.
What about you, Mike?
Why you say it like that? I don't really do that much. I also write, but other than that, I don't have much of a creative release anymore. I mean, I used to paint. I used to draw a lot. I used to do charcoal. I don't do all that stuff anymore.
What do you do with the charcoal?
Don't you draw with it?
Okay, I was confused because I figured that's what he was saying.
You thought like
Grilling or
grilling charcoal?
No,
That's
I
my
knew
kind
that's
of
what
sure.
you meant, but I was just like, he's either painting with it or he's making like making sculptures with it. I'm
Making
not
extra
sure.
blackface.
I thought you were
Motherfucker on
sculpting something
like moving the ghost and shit.
pottery look dope. I would do pottery.
My darling.
I don't give a fuck. I would do some pottery.
I got you. You just trying to make sure.
Yo,
I got you.
If a nigga got a question, he gonna ask. I ain't worried in the slightest. I had to know. He's just stacking on top of each
Had
other.
to.
That's what you know.
That's what you know.
Boy. You get the girl, you got the charcoal behind her, boy. Can't do it with no white girl though.
You can't.
Nah,
'Cause you talking-
You sure can't.
God damn.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Wait, so why'd you stop painting, man?
that's a very long story that I won't get into. I'll give you like a very brief. But I used to paint a lot, and then I had a really, really, really bad breakup, and I had painted a lot of shit that was inspired by her, And I just went through this real emo, like I lit all the shit on fire. And I was just like, fuck this. I'm such an artist. I'm no longer an artist. So I just stopped.
You made it sound so dramatic too.
It was extremely.
I mean, it sounds like he retired from art.
It was extremely. Yeah, it was just stupid. It was so stupid.
Ken is over there dying.
Yeah, I was a very like.
You
I don't
felt
know.
that.
I was a very intense, like 19,
Not
20
Sophie. Sophie laughing
It was
too.
just
No, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
I
laughing
feel you.
at that, but I'm also laughing because Lil Nas X is still fucking trolling this whole jury shit. It's a goddamn mess. Literally, it's ridiculous.
So yeah, so the painting and you were saying something else.
I write, paint. You know, I don't do music anymore. But I think I don't know. I think my biggest creative release now is I just listen to other people's music. Is I've done a lot of shit at this point. I see people that do it better than me, so I'm just like,
I get that.
I don't really want to do it anymore. I might start painting again though. I actually did dig out all my acrylics and I brought my drafting table back upstairs. But
Yeah.
You got a
it's
whole
been-
drafting table?
Oh yeah. I used to paint a lot.
See, that's what I
Thanks
was
a
like. 'Cause I
lot.
was like, I feel like it'll probably be like a little peaceful release for you. Like,
It probably would be.
you know what I'm saying?
It
'Cause
probably would be.
I did it one time with my girl. You know what I'm saying? You remember when she was over and we was sitting there painting. I don't know how to paint nothing. I barely could write good.
No such thing.
What you mean?
Don't
paint good?
ever let anybody tell you that you can't paint good.
Okay, I'm not skilled.
You're
I'm a
right.
beginner.
That's my
You're
thing.
right. You
There's
can't
no
say
such
that
thing.
because you don't paint well.
No.
That's what you're trying to say.
This was not a grammar correction. That was not what I was
I would
doing.
be advancing.
That's not what I was doing. I'm just saying, painting isn't about being skilled or talented. Look at someone like fucking Basquiat. It's like, was he like a super technical artist?
Yeah.
Nah, he just painted shit that he felt.
Yeah.
So if you got enjoyment out of it, don't stop just because you're like, I'm not good at it. There's no
Yeah.
such thing as being good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. So let me change my word.
like, fuck all that
I'm a
shit.
beginner. I'm a beginner. I'm new to painting.
Did you like it?
It was pretty peaceful.
Cool, then keep doing
I
it,
just
bro.
sat there in front of my girl. We had some
Wine.
scissor playing, and we were
There
just
you
sitting
go.
there painting.
Yeah,
And
man.
It was cool.
You
know
should
what I'm saying?
you should keep doing it.
I probably will. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice little table in the kitchen area. You know what I'm saying? Comfortable seats. I just sit back, just paint whatever's on my mind. at
There
the
you
time.
go.
You know what I mean?
That's probably cute. Probably take a little brush, put it on her nose.
That'd be all good until we start a paint fight. You know what I mean? That'd be all good until we start a paint fight, bro.
That shit is not cute. Because I'm just imagining coming downstairs. Why the fuck is there paint everywhere? Like, I would be so upset. Like, dog,
You ain't never had a paint fight.
No, I
That's the
haven't.
problem.
Right. I ain't never had no damn paint fight.
It'll be great until we gotta clean it up.
Yeah.
You know what
Might
I'm
be
saying?
missing out.
I might be
missing
Definitely
out.
missing out, bro.
I told y'all before.
How we get paint up there?
Shit. She pulled this move on me, dog. I can't even call it, dog.
You know what I'm saying? She did a spinneroonie with the brush.
Oh man.
What about you, Ken?
I was thinking about this. I don't know if I have a creative outlet.
I blog.
That's a throwback.
That's a super.
What'd you say, Sophie?
Sophie? What you say? I can't hear
What were
you.
you saying,
I
Sophie?
thought you said something.
It's cool. You missed the moment. It's fine.
Oh damn.
Sorry.
Oh well.
The world may never know.
But yeah, like, because I was like, read, but I don't really read like anything that's like fun. It's always trying to learn something. It was about like racism or some shit like
I
that.
thought you said the other week you was gonna start reading the comic books.
I have been reading the comic books. So Wonder Woman Dead Earth is trash. But so I've started reading the books that I have been assigned. And I have gotten back into reading comics, but it's almost like
You're trying to catch up.
like an exercise. Yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
like fun. It's like, okay, what all did I miss? And I gotta
It'd be-
figure out how this stuff
The
goes
good thing
together.
about comics though is that they always point you to where the changes was at. Like they'll put it in a little corner. Like, oh, this
I
has an
know,
issue.
but see, I don't
da, da,
like
da, da,
that.
da.
Like,
You gotta
because I
go
feel
back.
like they spoiling shit.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, I mean, stereotypical music, shit like that. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. Everything is just always trying to like learn and do something. It's never for like just to chill.
Well, would you say that maybe you learning is like therapeutic for you? in a way?
I don't know. It could be. I'm just fascinated by the world at large and society in general and how things move. But I mean, it could be, I guess. I suppose. I don't know. I never thought about it that way.
No, learning can be fun. I enjoy learning. Like if I watch a whole video about something that has nothing to do with me, enthused, talking about ready to take notes. Never gonna talk about this shit, but in my head, this is important at that moment. Like I always thought, like you remember the show Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe? That was my shit. I said that was my dream job. To just be able to wake up and do something different every day and then try it out, no matter how stupid it might be. That shit looked like fun. You're learning something brand new every episode. And learning is fun as long as it's not in school. School doesn't make learning fun. Everything else about learning is fun.
That's why he got to deal with me. Anytime I have a random question, I don't Google it. I just go to his room and be like, yeah, so this thing, what's the cut and dry explanation of this?
You're not the only person who does that. I'm a lot of people's human encyclopedia. And I don't know why they think I know everything.
Because you literally know random shit. You're only going to get by like maybe 3 times. So I'm like, you know what? I'm coming to you for shit now. You know what I'm saying? Because also, I can Google it, but the internet tells lies sometimes too.
What's quicker, walking to ask him or Googling it with your phone?
Well, I also get a little bit.
He also likes to talk.
Yeah, I also
about nothing.
I get enjoyment out of the fact that he knows I like to talk. And he don't like talking. So I'll make you talk, nigga. Educate me. Tell me something. Tell me something good.
Nope, don't do it. Not you.
Yeah. You feel me?
I see.
I get a little enjoyment of annoying him too. Just slightly. We don't know Joe Budden shit.
Yeah, but I think that's about it. Yep.
For sure.
I think,
We're gonna
do it, huh?
questions.
Yeah. That was a little fun question. Yep, a little fun question. I enjoyed that. All right. Well, man, we thank you guys for coming through.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Anytime, man. You know what I'm saying? The HID boys and HD, we out here. You feel me? Tie-dye shirts in effect. You know what I mean?
Tell them where they can find you, Quan. And since they thought you were so cool, we're gonna buy one of those beats you said you make.
Oh, well, you can find me at SAYQUAND.BEATSTARS.
He forgot to spell BeatStars, yo.
.com. That's why I make beats. I don't educate. You feel me? But anyway, you can find me over there. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on my Instagram. All my handles on social medias are at SAYQUAND. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. I talk back. Where can they find you, Bloodbath?
Well, if they want to talk to a real nigga, you can find me in all the same places. At High Tower Power 1. All my socials are the same. If you want to find me outside the video, also the producer for Dead End Gaming, so I'll be there every Tuesday live on Twitch, usually around 8. It's like 7:45, 8. And then if you are a real fan of Dead End Gaming, hey man,
Niggas always late.
I be trying. We be trying. But then if you're a real dedicated fan of Dead End Gaming, you also know about Dead End Wrestling, DEW.
You dig?
You can find me at the post show of Dead End Gaming. And if you want to see me stream, you can find me on Twitch at Not Bloodbath, NOTBLDBTH.
You know what I'm saying? Catch me on there every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Bringing the pain, UFC style, you know what I'm saying? Beating them to a bloody pulp virtually.
Not good.
You know what I'm saying? What you mean?
Damn.
The streets know what's going
Here
on.
come that
The
Rory
streets
shit.
saw you
Yep,
lose
here it come.
a lot.
Here it
I was,
comes.
I was beating you so bad the first time it was
See?
glitching.
See?
You
know what I'm
lost
What you mean?
publicly multiple times.
You
Here it
lost
is.
publicly multiple times.
The relationship is
Ooh,
staying.
shit. What your hands do, Kevin?
A lot. That's the problem. That's the issue.
Nah,
I'm good.
See, the problem is he was winning a lot, but like Stella, I got my groove back. So what's good? What's popping?
You
feel me?
It's a difference between having to get up and get good and just already being good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's a metaphor. There's a difference between metaphor and real rap. All right?
you're right.
And grown man bars is something you gotta deal with.
You're right.
You feel me?
Finish
I'm
the show,
out.
Ken. Finish the show.
All right, we'll catch y'all next week. We out. Peace.
God bless. Good night.